In the early evening of the last session, our heroes had navigated the still busy docks of Mardovia, finally securing accommodation at the Foamy Mug Inn, and after letting in B, who was still in her seagull form, took the time to start discussing their next steps. As the evening unfolded, however, the party relaxed more, and business talk led to more entertaining endeavours, culminating in an arm wrestling competition between Gallivahad and a muscle-bound Goliath called Oscar. B, trying to be subtle, also wove her special
What do you
type...
mean trying?
Because I think you failed that stealth roll, buddy. Used your special type of chronomancy to influence the outcome, hoping no one would see her in the act.
To be fair, it only changed the outcome of being punched in the face or not. I'd already won.
Despite the size difference, and with this extra arcane assistance, Gallivahad triumphed, and in the process won the Goliath's fine battle axe, and also infuriated him, sending him storming off into the night. And I believe there might have also been a little bit of Gallivahad taunting that went along with that as well. Further celebrations were had until finally, one by one, the group retired to their rooms for the night. Sleep would not come for them all, however, as B was interrupted as she studied her books by a knock at the door to her room. Opening it, she found one of her dearest friends, Ruxy, Duragar mage from the Consortium. Words were had as Ruxy explained that B had been noticed using her magic, and that Oscar had squealed. Ruxy had come to investigate, and warned B that if she'd been caught by other members of the Consortium, there was a risk that she would be taken in for trying to flee the establishment. The conversation continued as B explained broadly why the group was in the Empire, and although a little vague on some key points, Ruxy still offered to help them in any way that she could. The next day, the rest of the group met B's friend, and then plans were actioned. Grumpfel, somewhat and strangely quiet since their arrival, went off to investigate the Temple of Kamataon, while Gallivahad and Delgrim went to see what they could get for the fine axe won the previous night. Meanwhile, B, Tiernan and Ruxy visited the Mardovian archives to see what they could discover about the village of Forjat-Um, as well as anything relating to the Solara. Tiernan, at home buried amongst books and knowledge, discovered that a long time ago the village had been decimated by a mage inflicted with the mage rot. Ruxy, unsure what Tiernan was specifically looking for, had asked B. He mentioned something about Solara, causing Tiernan to look somewhat uncomfortable, recalling the oath that was taken with Saracen Islway when they originally agreed to begin their search. Hoping to find more information, the three of them then decided to go to the Mage Stay, the establishment of the Consortium here in Mardovia. Normally locked to those who are not members, both B and Ruxy could access it due to the tattoos that they had received as part of their initiation to the Consortium. Meanwhile, Tiernan used his Shardfolk talents to disguise his form and change his appearance to something less conspicuous, while B did something similar using Gallivahad's hat of disguise that the satyr had loaned her. Now, they find themselves standing at the entrance to the Mage Stay, hoping to find more useful information inside, but also aware of the risks of bringing B within closer proximity to those who wanted her back. But we're actually not going to start there. We're going to go across to the Temple of Kamataon. This is a tall structure, many branching smaller towers and chimneys protruding from it, giving it a strange likeness to a twisted tree. The ground floor with a number of pews arranged around before a small altar to the god of death, behind which is a tree roughly 10 feet tall, with snakes winding their way through its boughs. To the sides of this tower there are a number of narrow staircases leading up to the higher rooms. The temple at this time of day is comparatively empty, except for an elderly Swerfneblin who has just arrived, as Grumpfel steps through the entrance to the Temple of the Last Breath. Grumpfel, you can see from where you're standing what appears to be one of the priests here. They're wearing black robes, jet black robes with a red trim. White snakes are woven into the red trim, and the hood of the robe is up. You can see also at their waist, in a belt, there is a mace which has the head of two snakes, one white and one black. And they appear to just be going about their business.
Just to clarify, when you said an elderly Svirfneblin, you meant Grumpfel. It's not like another elderly Svirfneblin.
No, I am talking.
Grumpfel says, "Hey, stay in your lane."
Yeah, yep, no. Whilst as you have gone through the city, you have seen more Svirfneblin here than you have seen anywhere else in your travels through Peldorn so far, except for, of course, in Sverzina. Now, there's not a lot of them, but there is more than what you have encountered in the past.
No worries. And can Grumpfel see like who they may be beneath the hoods?
You see them as you make your way around the room, and you can see that white hair falls loosely down to sort of the collar of those robes. And you can see now that appears to be an incredibly old elf.
Okay, yeah.
Thick lines across their face. You can see now that there is a slight hunch, and as you sort of can see slightly better, in one hand they've actually got a fine black cane which they're using to help walk around the room. And around their neck you can also see the symbol of Kamataon as well.
No worries. So the cane is walking stick, not a visibility stick.
Correct.
The symbol of Kamataon, from where I am, it just looks like a normal one. There's nothing specific about it. No.
It's if anything, it looks like it is probably of a finer design or craftsmanship. Even the robes themselves seem to be very, very finely made.
And this individual's the only one there other than myself?
It appears the rest of the temple appears to be empty at this time of day. He doesn't look around at you or anything like that. He just seems to be going about their day.
No worries. I dare say there's like a charity box somewhere nearby.
There, at the base of the tree, you would see a small collection box. Correct.
Okay. Well, Grumpfel will, unless his path will meet that of the individual in the robe, he'll sort of slowly make his way to that to put like a silver piece into. But if that direction cuts the path of the individual, he'll stop and speak with them first.
So it doesn't appear to kind of cross paths with this individual, but when you drop the silver coin in, you can hear like the sound of it clinking onto the other collection of coins inside. Sort of echoes slightly through this larger space. How obvious does Grumpfel have his holy symbol displayed?
He no longer wears his armor. He wears his tabard.
Yeah.
And then the holy symbol kind of sits just above it. Sometimes it'll fall behind the tabard, or that sometimes it'll sit on the outside. There were some traveling robes that he had, but given that we're further north and I dare say it's a bit warmer, he probably wouldn't be wearing it. So it may be visible. It may be partially covered.
So the elf glances over at you as the sound echoes through this tall tower. And gives you a small smile and a nod. Doesn't appear to notice the symbol. And just says, "Thank you for the donations. Anything I can do for you today, sir?"
Just the shelter of a moment or so within these hallowed halls to collect my thoughts and make my prayers. And he'll give a bow, and if the holy symbol kind of will fall forward and be seen.
Yeah, for sure. This old elf notices the symbol and says, "Oh, it's another follower of Kamataon. It's always a pleasure to see another member of the flock here. Although, don't look familiar, not from these parts."
No, a happy traveller to these parts. Wandering where my feet take me and the will of Kamataon directs.
Kamataon has a way to try and guide those most devout, those who are most devout, to where they're needed the most. Hmm.
I would say the mission is not only those that are most devout, those that are seeking piety and to further their following. He would present a task to those willing to take it upon themselves and walk.
What tasks has he put upon you recently?
That is a very good question that I am still myself trying to answer. I find myself among the company of good people. That company has sort of meandered, and we find I find myself on these shores seeking answers to many more questions.
Oh, well, and he gestures to one of the pews. You're more than welcome to stay here as long as you would like, good sir. Um, sorry, I didn't get your name.
No, and neither are yours. I am Grumpfel and at your service.
He gives you a brief nod, and he says, "My name is Shepherd Antolf." And you would know that shepherd is a name that is often used for members of the clergy for Kamatayon and different parts of the land. Not everywhere, but it is one of the more sort of common sort of terminologies.
Like Padre or Father or something like that.
Yeah.
Different standing to the priest in Wildport, Callista.
Um, Probably, I mean, it's hard to tell with this, with what he has been called. Although what you've noticed is that the finery that he is wearing seems to be a lot more lavish than what you have seen both in Sverzina and what Callista wore. It seems to be a lot more almost formal in some respects.
I would say that given that he's he she
He
he is by himself within this area, and even given the finery, I if Grumpfel had to make a guess, it was a gift from a benefactor rather than garb of someone of high status.
look. It looks to you. It looks like very like formal robes. And potentially it's the way that the members of the clergy for Kamatayon are closed here in the Empire.
Well, Grumpfel's gonna make a polite inquiry of it. Uh, Good shepherd, your garb is I can see is very fine. Is there an event or a sermon of great importance today, or is this the finery of your day-to-day ministering?
He gives a bit of a chuckle and walks slowly over to you and with a bit of a groan sort of sits down on a pew and he's just like, oh, these old legs, it's not what they used to be. Don't These are the simple garbs that we here in the Empire wear, which make me think that you're not from the Empire. You're from further afield.
Yes, yes. Like I said, Kamataon has brought my feet here. I am from Svazina, far to the south.
Oh, she's never heard of this Spurzina.
Yes, in the uh, to the south of the of oh, trying to think what
Oh no, I've
uh,
thrown Heath a geographic
No,
curveball
no, no, no.
here.
It's a deliberate pausing. He's trying to work out how much information he gives, whether location of the range, the
Mhm.
Scimitar Mountains, or whether gives location to Deep Cove or location to Wildport. So Grumpfel is sort of delaying for effective uh, not to be deceptive, but more to just gauge reaction from the shepherd. Uh, I dare say Deep Cove would be the closest large settlement to Svazina, although we are quite a ways inland in the Scimitar Mountains.
He's like, Scimitar Mountains. I've heard of there. I've heard stories of them from southern Peldorn, but Deep Cove. Unfortunately, I've lived my entire life here in the Empire. I know very little of what lies south of here.
No, don't bother yourself by that. The call directs us many miles across the sea. The call calls us a few miles out our door. It all depends on how what we hear and how we interpret.
This is very true, but Grumpfel, I get a slight sense from you that I maybe so forward that you seem a little bit lost. Not necessarily in the traditional sense of one wandering through potentially a new city, but I don't know. There is a sense from you that maybe you're unsure of your path at this point in time. I apologize if I'm speaking out of place,
No,
but
no, not at all, not at all. I find myself here to collect my thoughts and pause on it. The path that brings me here and those with me, up until a few weeks ago was very clear, and now I find the path to be in fear of not being lost, but not being as clear, if that makes sense. I find the feet are not unwilling, but the path in front is, yes, not as clear as I thought it would be, and I find a need of reflection.
is there anything that an old elf can do to help you with this reflection, or would you like to just sit here beneath
Uh,
the tree and ponder
uh,
upon what life holds before you and
uh,
where Kamataon may wish to guide you?
though your company is pleasant, if you would allow me a few moments of solace, I will collect my thoughts and see if a question comes forth.
And he just gives you a nod and just rests his two hands on his cane and just stays sitting where he is. And that sort of that sense of he's not going anywhere, but he's also giving you that space to have a think. And as Grumpfel sits there to ponder on this, the camera pans across the massive city of Mardovia. Over the tall spires, the iron peaks. However, it then dips down into the streets. And even further, as we find Delgrim and Gallivahad with this goddamn fucking axe that they won off Oscar.
Gallivahad, do you see that strange machine? I've seen it once before, many days ago, when I first met these friends of mine.
It's got what's the blinking red light on it?
Shoo, go away.
I had no fucking idea what you were talking about there for a minute. Like, what? You find yourselves, as you turn a corner, looking at the road dipping down, actually underground. When you first ventured out, you made some inquiries around to where would one potentially go to try and sell or get a valuation of an axe. And you discovered that there is a part of the city called Darkvale, which is actually underground, which suits a large percentage of the population of the people here who are Drow, Duergar, Swervenebula, who much prefer the dark depths And down in Darkvale is what is known as the night markets, which is actually the central commercial hub for this city. It's not above ground. And as you go down into this massive, massive tunnel, there's various glowing outcroppings of like moss and mushrooms, which for you, Delgrim, it's like, buddy boy, I'm home. There's no nature checks here. There's nothing. This is stuff that you would be very familiar of from your home. If anything, there is significantly more here than you would have encountered back in Narvalorge. The underground passageway or corridor itself is probably 40-50 feet wide. Like it is a wide causeway that goes along underground. Eventually it opens out into this huge open space market where there's all sorts of like tents and pavilions set up. There's wagons. You can see in some spaces there's oxen who have been used to pull the wagons. For some of the smaller ones, you can see the dire wolves that you guys tried to make friends with. Not the specific ones, but again, the what is going on here.
What did I miss last fortnight?
Yeah. It's the one that I missed off the summary. We'll have to go back there. But it is quite impressive, and it's bustling. It's super busy. There's people everywhere. There's hawkers yelling out their wares. You can hear off to one side what sounds to be a couple of fiddles being played. It's a very, despite it being underground and maybe slightly more sort of, I know it's not in exposed to the big bright sun. It's a really lively place. People walking.
Is there like torches and such down here for the light visioned?
Yeah. So there's also plenty of like, and on top of like the moss and the stuff, which helps with the glowing. There will be like certain pavilions which are maybe run by high elves or humans or halflings, which have also got like lanterns and torches and the like. So it's very well lit. Again, more so than your traditional home.
Yeah.
But it's bustling. It's busy. There's lots going on.
In which case, Delgrim will keep his veil on, I guess.
Yep.
Rather than taking it off if it was pitch black down here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we must find someone who sells the weaponry. Yes, if you want to get good pricing for stupid man's axe.
Being of taller stature than my friend here, can Gallivahad pan around and see what he can, like, can he see anyone selling any like weapons or anything like that?
Make a perception check for me.
I'm also going to make a perception check. Screw you.
You're going to check for knees.
Yeah, look, if you...
I have blind sight, thank you. I don't even need to see stuff.
Wow. Cass coming out hot from the gate. Yeah, both of you, roll.
16?
16. And Delgrim?
21.
Oh.
Oh.
Found a lot of knees.
Yeah. There's a lot of knees there.
That
Gallivahad,
definitely.
Some ankle.
Gallivahad, you've never experienced anything like this before. This is a very unique situation for you, being so deep underground in this kind of environment. And just the sheer bombardment of colors and noises, the slight echo that seems to come from in this place as well, is all a little bit sort of disorientating. Where for you, Delgrim, both with your blind sight and just the fact that this is the world that you have come from, everything is just it is sharp and easy to see where things are. It's there's always a gap in the crowd where you can kind of ping, look, there's someone who's selling a bunch of textiles, there's some food over there, and as you wander through the markets, you spot actually built into the wall of this giant kind of cavern that you're in itself, what appears to be a small shop front, and you can see above it a sign and the sign itself has got like an image of a star, and under that a sword and a shield. And you can actually hear through the cacophony of noise the ringing of hammer on anvil coming from that direction.
Okay. Come on, muscleman. There seem to be a small shop here, and also they make weapons, so they'll be able to tell you quality of item also.
Gallivahad will flex and follow.
Good. I need that to be Gallivan's thing, just in general.
Flex and follow.
Yeah.
I hate it here.
Like bend
I
and
hate it
snap,
here too.
except
Trust
really
me.
not.
You did this, Kat.
Doing
You
it to myself, and
created
I
this.
hate it.
I am both deeply concerned and strangely turned on. I'm not sure. There's a bunch of very, very confusing feelings going on at the moment.
Well, even
I
the
have
GM's
become a
attracted to
monster.
Gallivahad.
Yeah. What am I? You head over towards the store, and you can see that there is like a window, a barred window, and a door. The door is slightly open, and inside you can hear the ringing of hammer and anvil. And as you look through, you can see inside the walls are lined with a variety of weapons and different types of armor. And in the back, you can see an elf wearing shirtless, quite wiry, slick with sweat as he's working over an anvil, completely shaved head. You can see that there is a leather apron that he is wearing, and just like leather breeches as he's working away at a piece of iron, obviously crafting something. Doesn't turn around or anything like that, but just calls back over his shoulder. Hello, how can I help?
Take it, Gallivahad has the weapon.
Yeah, probably. Was that in just common that because you did the fancy accent?
Was just common, yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure it wasn't anything else. I will, yeah, so I guess Gallivahad will step forward and say, hello there, we're looking to get a weapon appraised. Good sir?
And he as like he doesn't turn around, you just hear the constant ting, ting as he's hammering away at this. Doesn't comment for like that period of time where you're just at that edge of going, excuse me, I said something, what's going on? Before he takes what appears to be the blade of a sword and just plunges it into a barrel of water beside him, and there is just that hiss and steam rises up off it as he then takes it out. You can see examining it, Speck still to you, before he lays it down and picks up like a rag, wipes his hands on it, doesn't do the fly thing, he's not as cool as Gallivahad, wipes his hands on the rag and then turns around, and you can see that he's quite young for an elf. Very quickly appraises both of you and then goes, sure, show us what you'd like praised. My name's Vorlas, by the way. I own the Starlight Armory.
Well, Vorlas, fabulous to meet the owner of such a fine establishment. My friend Delgrim and Gallivahad, appraise this weapon, please. And we'll put down the axe on whatever countertop is available.
There's like a table where you can see he sort of walked over to. Still, like, you can see the same rag that he's used to wipe his hands. He sort of dabs some of the sweat on his forehead as well.
And sorry, what was his name again?
Vorlas.
Okay.
Takes the leather apron off and just like hangs it up on a hook. And then as you put the axe on the table, he looks at it, and then he looks at the two of you, and he looks back down at the axe.
Recognizable?
Yes, very much so. It's one of my own, actually.
Now it's
Believe
one
I
of my own.
Well, I mean, I sold it to a Goliath. Oh, gosh, it would have been at least over a year ago now. Some of my finer work.
I relieved the Goliath of it, actually.
Look, how you acquired it is
Fair and square.
I'm not asking that. I have no interest in what it is that you've done or how you've acquired it. But you want it appraised.
Oh, yeah, tell
you want to
us what.
sell it.
I want to know all about it first before I consider selling it. Delgrim, agreed? Do you
There
think?
is no greater weapon to have at your side than weapon that has its own story to go with yours.
Well, you can sort of as you say that, Delgrim kind of stands up a little bit straighter. Well, look, if I do say so myself, this is absolutely some of the finest work that you will find in all of Mardovia, possibly all of the Eastern Empire, to be brutally honest with you. Forged, gosh, it would have taken me 6 months to make this. It was absolutely beautiful, beautiful weapon. Perfectly balanced. Sold to this. Unfortunately, I can't even remember what the Goliath's name was, to be honest. I don't particularly
Oscar.
care at this point in time, but
It was Oscar.
Oscar, yes, tall, quite a grumpy individual, if I remember correctly.
Bit of a sook, I think.
Sook. Interesting. Look, it is. I mean, to me, in some respects, it's almost priceless. But if I was to put a price on it, ooh, I'd probably say about 1,000 gold pieces.
And if your most talented competitor was to put a price on it, what price would they put on it?
My most talented competitor was to put a price on us. Look, I would like to think that they would also respect the craftsmanship, the skill, love that has gone into a weapon such as this. I would say that they would say at least a similar price, if not more, although in this day and age someone would probably be trying to undercut my prices. But he picks it up and kind of gives it a brief throw, and it almost spins perfectly on its center of gravity just underneath the head of the blade, and he catches it. And he's just like, this. I mean, unless you're starting to look into those weapons that have been infused with magic, which of course are exceptionally rare in this day and age, you will find nothing better than this. And he just kind of like gives a flick of his wrist, and this thing just spirals end over end and buries itself into like a wooden beam. Like, just look at that. I mean, battle axes aren't even designed to be thrown, and yet just the beauty, the balance of that weapon. You are exceptionally lucky to have a weapon of such quality. Now, to put this into mechanical terms, he will go and he will take it out of the wall, and he'll sort of go through describing elements of this a bit better. This is the equivalent of a +1 battle axe, except it is not magical. So it's +1 to hit, +1 on damage, purely from the craftsmanship of this weapon. Partway through, as he's talking about that, he glances. Where do you keep Hallow's Edge, Delgrim?
It'll be on his hip. It's an axe. It's difficult to stow away anywhere.
Yeah.
Too fancy.
He looks down at Hallow's Edge. The old head of this ancient axe, the slightly twisted wooden haft of it that came from the root of the tree where you originally got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looks sort of back at you and he goes, I mean, no disrespect, I appreciate that for some people a weapon has some sort of sentimental value, but Delgrim, this axe that you have acquired from Oscar is, I would hesitate to say it is going to be far superior to the weapon that you've got at your hip.
Can't believe you're making me do this. Delgrim's gonna pull out Hallowed Edge and he's gonna make the same throw that our new friend made with his battle axe.
Make an attack roll. Let's look. The dice tell the story.
Correct. I can't wait. This is gonna be great.
Look, I'm being the benevolent DM that I am. You can roll with advantage,
Right.
because you're feeling so comfortable being back home at the moment. The confidence is just boosted a little higher.
I'm real glad about that because that first roll was a 3, so it was going to go real bad. The second roll was considerably better, making it also a 16 and 6, a 22.
Cool. Look, you throw Hell's Edge, which I don't think you've ever thrown before.
No.
And it whistles through the air straight into this wooden pillar in the same fashion. Vorlus's eyebrows kind of raise slightly. He goes, interesting. Is there a tail to this axe that you've got, Delgrim?
And Delgrim will kind of saunter over and as he's pulling the axe out. The blade is from a long-fallen empire. The handle is from the root of a tree that was soaked with the blood of a nasty, blood-hungry spirit. This axe is a combination of ancient and new, and is entirely mine, and every story it has told since it was lost so long ago has been one that has been told in my hand.
Interesting. I've obviously underestimated this weapon. May I maybe make you an offer? And the camera will pan away, up above ground again, soaring through the streets, up this time into the mountains along the side of the Soul Forge, where parts of Mardovia still cling to it, to the Mage State, where we have Tiernan, B, and Ruxy standing in front of these doors, which have now swung open. The three of you can see inside this very, very long kind of open hall. It's like an open hall. But you can also see the levels of this building on either side, and it is. He said, quickly making sure he goes to his notes. It appears that there are 5 floors, and you can actually see each of them up higher and higher. There's like balconies for each one and stairways that spiral upwards. The floor itself is appears to be marble. The other thing that you notice, there's not really many people in here. You see a couple of individuals wandering around. One of them's got like a pile of books heading towards a staircase. Another one just appears to be, like, you can see going up one of the stairways as well. But it's quite empty.
Is that normal?
One thing that I think both you and Ruxy would understand, that there's not a huge number of mages in the consortium. So whenever you go to like a mage stay in any of the large cities, it's not like there's going to be like hundreds of mages in these places. There is going to be a dozen, maybe 2 dozen at tops.
Mm-hmm.
There's staff here to maintain the place, to help those who are here doing their work and stuff. But the size of the building doesn't necessarily meet the number of people who stay here. It's somewhat grandiose in comparison to maybe the requirements for the number of individuals that are here. But you also know, like, there's rooms for people to stay. Each of the floors is generally separated out, and Ruxy, you would be able to understand and potentially pass this information on, that the first floor's got a number of sort of small private meeting rooms. The second floor is where visitors will stay. There's also there's like a small dining room and stuff like that up there. There's also a large number of private rooms and also a large dining area, communal dining area and kitchen. Third floor is all around research and alchemy. And the fourth floor is where they have the library, where they have all of the ancient and arcane spell books, scrolls, books of knowledge, etc., etc.
Right. I guess I would probably just share the bit about the library.
Mhm.
Mostly. Before we would have gotten in here, I guess.
Tiernan, the biggest library you've probably ever seen in your life.
Maybe. And don't call me Tiernan out loud.
What should I call you?
Tiernan in a
Mr.
hushed
T?
voice.
Sorry, what?
Mr. T?
Okay.
A media swarm appears and instantly kills you all. It's been a nice campaign, kids. Thanks for playing. No. Now, just very quickly, I do believe that Tiernan and B, you guys basically looked.
I'm Fem Tiernan.
That's right. You're Fem Tiernan. That's right. Cool. Excellent.
And Tiernan looks like your typical pale elf with blonde hair.
Yep.
Which I feel like actually after that happened, I changed again to look inconspicuous.
Yeah. No, totally cool. Cool.
What do you look like then?
Well, B's a drow. She'll probably just look like an average human now, if she can look like anything. Literally the most average human you can physically imagine in your brain. Average height, like mousy blonde hair. Probably slightly taller than she usually is.
Yeah.
Like,
so you're trying to go for like the most nondescript human
literally
being.
an NPC in any game ever.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. What are the three of you doing?
I'll Roxy take the lead, I guess.
Yeah, I guess my question is, so when we come in, there's like no one lingering by the door. Like there's no pass kind of system.
No, well, because the only way for the doors to open is for someone to either have one of the arcane keys or for someone to have the required tattoos. So don't give the GM ideas.
Yeah, okay, great. Well, we're gonna go to the fourth floor and you can do your research or whatever you need to do. Is there anything else you guys need?
Wasn't this some kind of store?
There's spells and stuff, yeah. I thought that B and I could look through them while you do your whatever.
Okay, well, lead the way.
I'd like to learn some more spells.
So you're leading them up to the fourth floor?
Yes.
Cool. So there are spiral staircases sort of at even intervals all the way down. And so you just walk to the first set and slowly make your way up towards the highest floor in this establishment. The view, once you get up there, it's like looking down over this building gives you an appreciation for just how big it is. And as you pass each floor, you see that there are a few more people than originally anticipated, but most of them are sitting quietly at tables, doing work. You see that there's a lot of private rooms. Most of them have got their doors closed, and it is like going to a very large library where there is that respect of keep quiet. People are going about doing their work.
No, I'm joking.
Roll for initiative. You finally find yourself on the fourth floor, and you can see that there are rows and rows and rows and rows of books, and you can actually see across the other side of the hall, it's the same. So each floor is sort of split into two sides.
So you're saying the place is voluminous?
Must be Heath.
I think as well, Hamish, as we're kind of making our way through, despite the fact that, the consortium is large and there are, an number of different places that anyone from the consortium would be. Being that this is my first time back here, despite all of that, knowing that I'm a small fish in a big pond, I'd still be keeping an eye out to make sure that I'm not spotting anyone I recognize, because despite being in disguise, I would still like to avoid them if I can.
Oh, awesome. Make a perception check for me, please.
Okay. Whatever for, Hamish.
Let's see what you see.
Okay, great. Wait, deception or perception?
Perception.
Oh, okay. I thought you said deception, and I was
No.
like, who am I deceiving? What's
Yeah, no,
going
no,
on?
no, sorry.
When aren't you and B deceiving yourselves?
Yeah.
Really?
What?
22.
Jesus, fucking hell. Violence. 22. You're passing the third floor, and you can see that there are a number of small, various tables set up with like alchemy kits and little cauldrons bubbling away with individuals working. And as you sort of almost get to the fourth floor, so you've got a slightly better angle down, you can see towards one end 4 individuals who are all wearing the garb of the Vanator. They are just sort of walking slowly in towards your direction. They're a long way away, but you can see they're sort of walking down in that general direction. You can see a couple of them sort of peering at the work that's being done at these various tables.
I would make like the sound of a mouse squeaking, basically. You know, that squeak noise you make when you're real nervous.
Yeah.
And I would probably like just if they will allow, just tug at Roxy's shirt and just like make eyes at Vanator as if to kind of head towards.
Yeah, she does the thing where she just kind of like gives you an eye, but face forward and just kind of nods. Just like, yep, but we're supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be here. Act like you're supposed to be here.
Yeah, getting checked out in the library.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell.
Sorry.
Jesus.
Where's that counter, Saz?
I'm gonna have to give you like an allotment of fucking puns you're allowed to make each session.
I can't help my... Hello, everyone. I'm AUDHD, so let's just go with that.
You guys get to the top floor, and you can see a couple of mages sitting at some small tables working away. You can see what appears to be attendants going through with like returning books to their shelves and stuff like that. There's shelves of books. There's walls full of like scroll cases and stuff like that. Ruxy, this is all very familiar to you because you've been here a little bit. B, you're aware of the concept here is that this is where people come to transcribe, as well as discover information, transcribe new spells into their spell books. It is a lengthy process because it's not just a copy. There is arcane skill that goes into the actual binding of the spell into the book so that you learn it properly. And also you can't, the risk is if you screw up the copying of the spell will just never work. Or in worst case scenario, when you're trying to copy the spell in, it could go off. There could be some kind of terrible accident. So it is a very skilled thing to do. You have to be very careful about it. So being conscious of that. Again, though, very quiet. No one really sort of looks over at you guys at all as you're going about and doing your thing. So what would you like to do now that you found yourselves on that 4th floor?
Research.
Yeah, what's the labeling system for this library? Like, is it super obvious in what direction certain things are? I mean, I know that I know the library, but like in general for these guys.
There is a certain logical way of how they've got all the books set out to members of the consortium. To anyone who's not a member of the consortium, it would potentially be a little bit confusing, both because of the language that's used and just the way that information is categorized. There's a lot of different cross-referencing for stuff and bits of information. It is, yeah. It's like when you get a bunch of really smart people to put together something, often it can be super complicated and it only makes sense to those people. It's a little bit like that.
Okay.
It's the Dewey Decimal spell system.
Fucking-
Sorry, I'm on fire.
Yeah, so I'll just, I guess, turn to Tiernan and just. So, what is it that you need to look up?
Well, I wasn't able to find much in the previous location. This may actually be an opportunity. Are there any perhaps writings on the Mechanist or perhaps the Chalcidian archives, or even in fact the Zasaphora?
Well, there's probably a few different spots in the library, but I'm sure there's something. Hamish, would I know?
So Roxy, can you make a history check for me, please?
Yes, sir.
See, that level of respect by Ellie calling me sir. See, like, I think this is what everyone should do.
Oh, we're terribly sorry,
I'll
Your
never do
Majesty.
it again.
Yeah, no.
You talk like that, I'll never do it again.
Okay,
I
Uncle Ham.
I rolled a 17, so it's a 16.
You rolled a 17, so it's for your history check. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah, I have a -1.
Yeah, cool. Amazing.
I read books real good.
Okay. Let me just find. Where are those very specific notes I had?
Fireball.
While you do that, hi Aurora.
Hey, Aurora. You should be asleep. I'm awake and wow.
Hamish, would
yep.
we have had the opportunity for a history check on those terms? This is the first time I've probably mentioned them.
So just give me a chance to find the one specific section of notes that I'm looking for, because you've asked a question that I was not 100% prepared for. I know, I don't know everything all the time like some kind of god. It's hard to believe.
Sorry, sir. I figured that you would have whipped up an actual library to use behind you, but
yeah, look. Yeah. I'm sorry. You don't need to call me sir. Apparently that's too far. Okay, so the Chalcidian archives, that is a story, Ruxy, that you would have heard about, and B, you would have heard about it too. It is an ancient magical archive which is said to have no set location. Is said to float in the sky and is to change locations on a regular basis, and is meant to house some of the most crucial, or house some of the rarest information in the world. The challenge is most people can never find it or get to it in time. And for the consortium, they had spent huge amounts of effort trying to find a way to track it and get the information from it, with little to no luck. What was the other one? The Mechanist? The Mechanist?
Mechanist, yep. And the last one was a
Zaphora.
The Zaphora.
So the Mechanist, nothing. Zaphora, is in reference to a faction that resides to the south of Mardovia, and is ruled by a powerful Ifrit on the cusp of the Sol Barazan desert.
Are they in would they be in similar parts of the library?
They would probably be. So I think that information would be things that you would just know. Like the Zaphora is comparatively common knowledge in this part of the world. The archives, again, is like it would almost be like a child's tale. You know, you would have had, especially in the consortium, like there's probably that one mage in the consortium who has spent their entire life trying to work out like how I can track down where this thing constantly appears. That everyone just kind of walks by and goes, you know, there, that's a lovely hobby to have. You know, good luck, Godspeed, it's not going to happen. And there'll be even some people who might even question that it even exists in the first place.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll just take them over to whatever section of the library that would be.
Mm-hmm.
Is this what you need?
What are you handing me?
So just the section
just
of the library where this information is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like Vanna White's The Bookshelf.
Yeah.
I guess I will just have to peruse the titles that are there.
Yeah.
Unless you could, Roxy, unless you could perhaps give me a quick understanding of the system that's here.
Well, I don't know if I could do that, but maybe just try like these few books, and she'll just kind of like point out the books.
Okay.
Well, hear me out, because and I'll speak quieter at this point in time. Roxy, you and I have consortium tattoos, so we can get away with being here, right? So someone needs to stay with Mr. T at all costs. I definitely would like to try and begin learning at least one spell. I'd like to be able to contact people myself rather than having to ask other people to do it for me. So, I mean, if you can just point me, maybe Roxy, you stay with Mr. T, and I'll go find the spell, and I can always bring it back here and learn it here, right?
I assume there's like a desk or something around, but
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, if that's what you would prefer.
It's not that I don't want you to come with me. I just think someone needs to stay with Mr. T. Just in case he gets questioned for not having like any sort of consortium garb, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Can you
come
point...
back?
Oh yeah, I'll come straight back. Can you point me in the direction of the spells? I haven't been here for a really long time.
Yeah, she would generally point to where it is.
Yeah.
And I'll change my appearance very mildly, Hamish, just so that the tattoos are visible on my hand, but they will be slightly different shapes than B's actual ones.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And then I'll head off towards where the spells are.
Okay.
With the intention of trying to learn sending.
Okay. All right. Is that the only spell that you wanted to try and learn?
Oh, listen. There are so many spells B wants to learn, having witnessed them being cast.
Spell.
Like, she literally watched fucking Grumpfel bring someone back to life. So, she'd love to learn Revivify or something of the likes, but she's probably also going to try and be realistic, understanding that learning spells is not an easy task, and start small and see where she can get with large.
So my first question is sending a spell that a wizard can learn?
According to Google, yes.
Okay. As long as Google says yes, Google is all-knowing, Google is all-powerful.
Well, here's the other thing is, in your homebrew world, what spells can a consortium wizard learn with enough study?
Yeah, look, that's a really, really good question. I think the way
particularly now because, I know meta magic as well.
Yeah. I think
Sending is on the wizard spell list.
I think and that's the guts of it. If it's on the wizard list, you're fine. So sending, absolutely.
I'm going to be so honest with you. I don't know the extent of the wizard list. This is my first time playing a wizard, so ball is in your court. I'm going to assume that I can until you tell me no.
That's good. I will absolutely say no when no is appropriate.
Yeah. But I will push my luck and try to learn things that are not on the wizard list.
Yeah, no, I'm well aware of that. So you are able to comparatively quickly find an ancient scroll that's got the sending spell, which you can find a quiet corner of this floor to start transcribing it into your spell book. While
The other thing I do is
Yep.
like kind of look for anything as I'm kind of like sorting through, see if there's anything that catches my eye that I go, ooh, this would be helpful for me to learn.
Okay. Okay.
Based on the party and their activities.
Cool. Okay. So you're sitting there doing that. The other two are off in a corner looking for information on these topics. John, or Tiernan, I should say, or Mr. T, I should say. Sorry. Can you please make a history check for me with advantage because Ruxy is helping you out.
All right. Just before we go on there, because I wasn't able to find out much at the Mardovian archives about the village of Forjat-Um, except for the mage rot and the mage decimating place.
Yeah.
I will still include that in my research, but I don't have a lot of hope of actually finding much.
Okay, cool. All right. Make your roll.
Unless it's not. This place isn't going to have information on specific people, is it? Unless they're famous.
Well, I mean, you can always try and find stuff.
All right. Well, I'll see if they have information on an old witch, Raluka Valasu.
Yeah. Okay.
That one's been reading the notes.
Yeah. Look at that. John gets extra brownie points for reading his notes. Well done. How long are you willing to spend doing this research, Tiernan?
Oh, how many hours are left in the day?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's Tiernan. You won't see him for 3 days.
When am I going to get kicked out?
Look, and that's just it. So, like, are you willing to basically go until you stop?
Yeah, basically.
Until you feel like you've found everything.
Let
Okay.
me put it this way: until I get concerned about being found out.
Okay.
Like if
Make your history roll with
Mhm.
advantage. That will define both what you find and also how long it takes you to find it.
All right, 22.
Okay, cool.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Ruxy, like, there's probably only so much that you can be doing to help Mr. T with this. Is there anything that you're wanting to do once he's sort of got his books and he's doing a bunch of reading and stuff like that?
Well, I'll have to still stay nearby, but maybe just like perusing my own books, like the equivalent of the best sellers or something like that. Like nothing very serious. She's just
So more importantly, what type of books does Ruxy like to read? Like if she's perusing for like
Smart.
I was just say the fairy
DIY.
fucking ones.
Yeah, the smart ones.
The Fae Lords. The
Boy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Shadow Daddy literature.
Shadow Daddy.
Loving the Fae courts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. All right. So, Tiernan, you fairly quickly work out how a lot of this information is actually categorized. Like
Could I use my flash of genius then to add to that, considering I just found out the system?
if you want to, 100%.
That would push it up to 27.
Okay. It is to a mere mortal. This would be confusing to you and your truly huge brain. You figure out it's super quick, and 15 minutes in, you're like, Ruxy, I don't need help. Like, I got this. And you find various books and tomes that you feel like have got references to the things that you might need or that you might find interesting or valuable, and collect those up and find a quiet table to put those over onto.
I'm happy to make notes if you want to come back with the information at a later date.
Yep, cool. B, can you please make an Arcana roll for me?
Absolutely.
This will have a couple of different effects. Nothing dramatic will happen. This is more how long it takes you.
I can't believe you're warning me. How dare you?
Because I'm nice.
I don't want you to be nice. Be mean.
Okay, roll with disadvantage then, because you're nervous.
No. Hey, what's a nat 20 plus 8 get me?
Wow, 28, because I know maths. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You are very, very focused on
Spells.
your spells, copying it into the book. So focused, in fact, that it is
I need you to roll. No, I've rolled bad in my last few different sessions in various campaigns, so this is really nice for me.
Well, it's kind of a double-edged sword there, because you're so focused that it is Ruxy who notices about an hour later as that group of Vanator emerge up the stairs, and Ruxy, you see them heading straight towards where B is sitting.
In like a
And that-
motivated manner.
And that is where the camera is going to pan away.
What camera? In this
back
fantasy
through-
land, they've invented cameras?
yeah,
what the
it's,
fuck is this?
It's magic. It's
The
the magic.
drone.
It's the
Been
magic
canon
eye
Blinky
spell.
ripoff.
Yeah, it's been canon since the first session.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Don't
magic.
you- no.
It's magic eye. It's how I watch
No,
you guys all the time.
it's the scrying
I'm
portal.
glad
It's not the
Saz has
camera.
my back with this.
Hold on. Let me just respond quickly.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Wow. Yeah, what Saz did.
Okay.
Good.
Back at the temple of Kamataon, we find Grumpfel sitting, contemplating where he is up to in life. What is going on? What is the next steps? And beside him, the ancient elf just sitting quietly, waiting for when Grumpfel may want to engage in conversation again.
All right, in the time you've given with the camera, the ancient god eye of scrying for the syndication of television, and you've come back. I've had a few thoughts for Grumpfel. I just wanted to do a little lore check with you, if I may.
Sure. Yep.
With Kamataon, from what we've had Grumpfel playing it through and what we've seen over the last couple of years of us playing through Radiant Shadows.
Yep.
Those who follow Kamataon are not necessarily the ones that backstab, cheat, murder, lie, steal, tell falsehoods, and do the rest. Generally, it's a clandestine religion that help is there when asked. And if someone has, like Grumpfel has with Callista at the temple in Wildport, that when there's a conversation of not sensitive information, but personal conversation, that it's not a case that it goes out on a telegraph somewhere or the Peltorn version thereof, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So now Grumpfel obviously would have had a good rapport with the Temple of Kamataon at Svezina, being his home city.
Yeah.
And anyone he stopped into along the way, Dalian's Rest, not sure if there was one at Harrow. Didn't go to the one at Harrow. Dalian's Rest, yes. And then I think there was a couple other little stops in there. And Wildport. And it's always felt like, it's still Southern Peltorn, though out of his area. He could have like a genuine conversation with those that are at the temple. Now, here we are in North Peltorn. Yep. Yes, it's a Temple of Kamataon. So Grumpfel wants to honestly get a bit of an outside perspective from someone who's not exactly going to go telegraphing it, but he's still not sure if those who follow Kamataon in the north are as discreet as those in the south and will hold personal conversation as such. Mm-hmm. So may I do maybe an insight check to sort of gauge the trustworthiness of this individual?
How are you going to engage in conversation to ascertain something of that nature? Because you would need to kind of get a vibe check from him by testing that out in some fashion.
Yeah. So, yes, John. So far in the conversation with paths and following and callings and that, what's the feel with that?
I'm not. So you're trying to get like the vibe of Antov.
Yeah. So far from the conversation that Grumpfel's had with him, does this genial old elf? There's only room in the plot line for one genial old cleric, and Grumpfel just wants to sort of see so far the conversation what it feels like. I mean, I know there's only been a small amount of conversation, but what does it feel like so far?
Make an insight check for me, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, get myself a baseline before we continue conversation and what the conversation entails. Let's see, that's 17 on the dice, plus 7 is 24.
Okay.
Insight's one of the things that Grumpfel can do.
Look, I think, I mean, as you've said, you've only spoken very, very briefly to this individual, but there's nothing to indicate anything that would suggest that he is a genuine follower of Kamateon. The fact that he just sort of sat down beside you whilst you're trying to, like, giving you the space to think about what you wanted to talk about shows a certain level of empathy. There's also that understanding that not all followers of the gods will follow them in the same way. So not all worshippers of Kamateon have the same kind of personality traits. You'll have some which will take the more nefarious side of worshipping a god of death. There'll be some who will take the more gentle side, like Grumpfel. But from the 5-minute conversation from Antov, he seems like a nice, genuine individual from what you can tell.
Nice. So after a few more than a few moments of pause, and pause and prayer, Grumpfel will turn to the venerable elf and say, I do find the group of companions I'm traveling with that we still have purpose, but it is, as I've said, somewhat not as clear as what it was before. Recently, our company, some members left, others have joined, and the dynamic is a little bit different to this old gnome, and I'm just trying to find where we are at. Not obviously geographical, here we are, just trying to find where we are with our purpose, and if we still have a pure direction for our purpose. And not that I'm I'm not troubled in the sense of the group dissolving, just more that now that the dynamic has changed, us finding ourselves as we go.
Antov leans back in the pew, and sort of just taps this cane very sort of lightly on the ground before glancing over at you, Grumpfel, and says, "Well, I mean, do you have a shared goal that you're trying to accomplish? I mean, if you're all not from these parts, I would assume that you've come here for a reason. I mean, the Rendarian Empire is generally not a place that people choose to just travel to. I mean, it's a long way. Some would say dangerous. There are certainly risks about coming to this part of the world, although I'm sure that there are some to the south as well. But why are you and your friends here? Do you still have a shared goal?"
I do believe we do. We were once 6 with a shared goal, and two of our party have left. One unexpected, well, both unexpected, to be quite honest about it, these youngsters. But one was truly unexpected and unexplained. One was unexpected but partially explained, and the purpose. And you'll forgive my obfuscating the subject. Is without them here to condone me sharing why we are here. I find I can't speak for the others, only my own thoughts. Though we are all here for a calling, the others that have joined us have joined later to our calling, and not to say that they haven't embraced it. It's more of, if you permit me, my father was a cobbler, and there's nothing like an old pair of shoes until they wear out and you have to replace them. They are footwear, they are shoes, they are there for a purpose. They achieve things when harmonious. But the feeling of the old pair, the new pair doesn't contain, though they fit and suit purpose. Do you get what I mean?
Antov just sort of he's been sort of nodding the whole time as he's listening to you, and pauses for a moment, saying, "Appreciate that. When you become older, like you and I, Grumpfel, change becomes something harder to deal with. It's easy for one to get set in their ways. It's easy to one to become too comfortable in one's shoes. But sometimes one has to change the shoes that they're wearing, if this is the analogy that we're going to go with."
Oh, believe me, retiring an old pair of shoes in favor of a new pair for function, I have no problem, but I find myself wrestling with what that function is. I mean, keeping aside that shoes have the function of helping you walk, what I mean is, if I can understand why, then I can embrace the change. That's where this old gnome is having his difficulty, is accepting the change for what purpose rather than accepting the change as a change. I don't doubt the intent of the group. And the calling we have, it's just the, I mean,
sometimes Grumpfel, you just have to embrace what has happened. I mean, it's very much like Kamateon. I mean, death is inevitable. Sometimes there is
absolutely.
no rhyme. Sometimes there is no reason to it. There is no, why did this happen? Sometimes it is something that occurs for no reason, and we have to embrace that. And it is a difficult choice for some people to make, for most people to make. And to me, it sounds like you have lost people that you have cared for. They have moved on for whatever reason it may be. And they may have given you reasons and they may not have. And sometimes you just have to embrace that and accept that this is now the space that one is in.
The accepting I can do, the understanding is I struggle at. And they are an odd group, and I think for that alone, I find them like a family. In truth, I prefer some of them to my own family back in Sfazina. There is nothing in the service of Kamateon that I wouldn't do for them, and that I have done for them, and I would continue to do for them. It's just I'm having trouble understanding, not accepting, understanding why Kamateon has put this path in front of me. And that is no reluctance on accepting, but just a burr in my shoe of wanting to know why. Some of
Sounds to me, Grumpfel, that maybe you just need to have conversation with these companions. I mean, again, you've come to this part of the world for a reason, and that reason you do not need to share with an old elf like myself, but maybe you just need to re-establish what that connection is that you and your group have got to whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Understand your place in all of this. Kamataon would have put you on this path for a reason, and for some that path is grandiose and heroic and is the thing of tales, and for others it is simple. It's saving the lamb on a cold evening from freezing. It is being there to nurse the child from when they have nightmares.
It is also there to save the person whose path is far greater than to have it end here and now.
And that in itself makes your path just as great.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just a case of a little bit of self-reflection, a little bit of conversation with your peers, and understanding that, again, what it is that you're trying to achieve, what you're here for, and maybe just accepting that, like you said, you've got this interesting new family, and maybe you just need to try and reconnect with them. Change is difficult, and like I said, change for us old dogs is more difficult than those who are younger and more pliable.
Well, I have no doubt that Kamataon, or whoever they follow themselves, will find a way to shape them into the people they need to be, as does Kamataon myself. I guess that's like, if you pardon the pun, I guess I just have to have faith in them as well as myself and the path in front of us.
Absolutely. Have trust. Kamatayan would have put you here for a purpose. Would have had you with these people for a purpose. Have faith.
There is.
And with that, once again, this time there's a shimmer. There's no camera, there's a shimmer.
The entire world is changing
Misty
around us.
Yeah.
Don't you just love seeing peer pressure in action?
Yeah, wow.
Good.
Thanks, guys. You'll fucking die, bunch of assholes. No, this time
That felt like a threat to our actual lives, not
Well,
our characters.
look.
They're a bunch of shoes I want to throw in the bin.
Delgrim and Gallivahad. This Smith, who is standing here, holds his hand out for Hallowed Edge. Says, would you mind?
Hang on. Yeah, okay. Delgrim will hold it out for the smith to play with for a little bit.
He takes the axe and sort of starts examining it. He goes, An offer. In exchange for the return of my axe, I make some slight improvements to yours. I mean, to be fair, it was impressive what you did with it, but the haft is woefully unbalanced. The blade could do with a little bit of rework. I feel like I could make this a far, far more worthy weapon for someone such as yourself, if you would be interested.
Delgrim will turn to Gallivahad. It is your 1,000 gold worth of axe. I am more than happy to continue to use my beautiful, beautiful weapon as is. I do not need any improvement. I feel like a loss of 1,000 gold is significant loss.
Eh, um, I mean, I've got my maul, so I mean, realistically, little axe is probably a bit too small for me. But um, it's. I think I'm happy to let you have the final say, Delgrim. If you would like an upgrade, that axe is yours. If you would like to upgrade your own, then we forfeit the axe. It was won easily, and it can be given away easily as well. It's
This is very, very true. It was won very easily. Again, you did so good, nearly snapping the giant dumb man's arm off. Okay, feel free to hone my axe.
You can see as Vorla starts to sort of rub his hands, he's haven't had an opportunity to work on something like this in a very long time.
Oh,
Again,
hang on a minute. Beforehand, I let go of it fully.
so you're both standing there with a hand on it. It's like,
Yeah, and there'll be a thought that occurs to Delgrim. Based on all of the stuff that's kind of been told to us, and I don't foresee this being an issue, but based on all the stuff that's been told to us about how the Empire sees the use of the arcane,
yeah,
would Delgrim be able to intuit how this smith might react to the magical properties of this weapon if he was to discover them?
he literally, as you start to think that,
Mm-hmm.
says, it has been far too long since I've had an opportunity to work with anything that has had any form of enchantment on it. This is going to be a privilege to be able to see what I can work with this. He seems completely unfazed.
Understand that if you harm my baby here, I will bring down the very god of war upon you.
Look,
okay,
if
he's talking about me.
He's talking about Miera.
hey Gallivahad, make a intimidation check.
Okay.
Or deception or persuasion, whatever works well for you.
Take with advantage, because Delgrim is fully serious, and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
will lift up the veil of his eyes and stare into this guy's
Yeah, okay, yeah,
soul.
that will give you advantage, absolutely.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 19 first, but I'll just do another one. And 5.
Okay.
So what was my choices?
Intimidation, persuasion, deception, whatever you think is appropriate.
I'll go with persuasion, so 19 plus 3.
Okay.
21.
You are there is a moment of you both standing there with a hand each on the haft of Hallow's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
And you see his eyes widen as you like take the veil off from your eyes, and he glances at Gallivahad and he glances back at you. The confident smile falters just a little bit. It's like, trust me, this could be one of my finest works. I will take the utmost care with your baby.
Excellent. I'm gonna have to inside check it. I can't not.
Okay.
I need to know if this guy's gonna try and steal my fucking axe or not.
Wow.
He's not stealing
What
it,
happened
handing
to
it over.
trusting DMs and shopkeepers, man? Make your fucking insight check, yeah.
Whilst Delgrim's insight checking,
Yeah.
can Gallivahad ask about lead times? Like, how long will this take? And also, would like to check that this is definitely a cash on delivery thing, so we wouldn't be handing over the new axe until such time as the other axe has been changed or
Wait, is
improved.
Galahad actually an actual fucking devil?
Yeah. No. Even no, I'm not going to make that joke. Yep, cool. Look, Vola says that it will take a week. Because whilst the work that it will be required is maybe not extensive, he has to be incredibly careful because of the enchantments on the weapon. And yes, 100%. only once the axe has been finished, then you will have to hand over the Oscar axe.
Okay. Delgrim will agree to this, but he'll also say, if there is some reason that I am unable to get, if I have to leave and I'm unable to return within a week, he will provide, I guess, an address then for... Where do we send this thing if this all goes pear-shaped? He will send. He will provide the address of Greenfield. Like
what
the
about
temple
to the ship? What about to the ship?
No, no, they might get killed or sunk.
So as you're kind of talking about this, and you mention like addresses, and especially like he's like, "Ooh, this is Greenfield. Whereabouts is this Greenfield?"
No, it is very far away to the south over the sea.
Oh gosh, no, there's no. I mean, I can't mail. We don't have mail systems that send stuff south of the Empire.
Do you have Temple of Comateon here?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. Then take it to Temple, and they can arrange for pilgrimage to Southern Peldorn and take it to Temple there.
Very well. I'll take it to the Temple of the Last Breath if you do not come and claim it within 7 days.
You have a deal. Once again, please be very careful. It's very special to me.
I can tell. I will treat it with the utmost care and respect. Do you let go of the axe?
He will let go of the axe. And as he does, no, it needs to be dawn. Don't worry about
it. He takes the axe and sort of looks at it. Goes, this is going to be a fine challenge. And turns and then glances back over one broad shoulder and says, "I'll see you in 7 days." And with that, we're actually going to get a break because we're at roughly breakish time, and we'll return to find out what's happening at the Mage Stay.
It'll be fine.
He's fine. So fine.
Fine. All right, that's it.
Don't even have a magic dog with them.
No, they don't even have a magic dog with them. Why would they need a magic dog? Can you stop fingering the screen?
Spellhound.
I'm giving chat pats.
Bad timing, Ham. Quick, Saz, flip the fucking lever. Get us out of here.
Close it. Yeah.
In the land of Peldorn, where the echoes call, through the ruins deep, through the rise and fall, radiant shadows dreaming of the dawn, that which shines will blind us all. Tiernan crosses with shard and steel, searching for the lost. Blinky flies beside him, a faithful friend at any cost. Miera weaves the storm and flame, magic wild, chaos untamed. Power churning, bright yet dire, she walks the edge of fate and fire. Radiant shadows, dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight. Through the darkest valleys, to the highest peaks, standing by each other as the darkness speaks. Delgrim stalks where the wild things cry, a sharpened blade, a hunter's eye. Stranger to stars in the light of day, he hunts for the means to fell his prey. Grumpfel draws on death's domain, a good life's rest well earned, with Comateon's blessing, sharing the lessons learned. Bee's mind is a map of endless lore, a wizard's gaze at the arcane door. Her blood runs thick with a trauma past, she weave her spell as the clock turns back. Radiant shadows, dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight. Through the darkest valleys, to the highest peaks, standing by each other as the darkness speaks. Blinding gold and shattered crowns, lies that weigh and pull us down. A light too bright, a fate too tall, that which shines will blind us all. Radiant shadows, dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight, through the darkest valleys, to the highest peaks. Together they will stand as the darkness speaks. In the land of Peldorn, their epic tale is spun, a story still unfolding, a battle not yet won. Radiant shadows, dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight. Radiant shadows, can you hear the call? That which shines will blind us all.
We go prematurely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you injure yourself sitting down, you fool?
I stubbed my
Yeah.
toe.
Yeah. Sit down, fail. Hey, we're back. Thank
I'm
you very much.
stupid.
That fuck off. No, you're not. Thank you very much to everybody who is hanging out with us. You're spending your time with us, and time's the most valuable thing that you have, and we really.
How valuable is it from like a monetary standpoint?
Look, I think if you could base like a minute of your life on a monetary level, I think that's a very personal thing, but I feel like it should be a lot.
Yeah.
Like
I
at
think
least $1.
mine's 69 cents a minute.
Nice.
Oh, excellent. Hey, on the subject of 69, B, you are at your desk copying your spell. I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, good.
69 spell. She learns.
Yeah. You rolled it. Yeah.
Oh my god, hold on, wait. You did say that. It's canon now.
Yeah. Focused on copying the spells, and Ruxy, you're the one who notices this group of 4 Venator, three drow, and a human heading towards the desk where B is at.
Are they making a beeline?
I quit.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
out.
No, welcome.
I
no.
did refrain, but I'm so glad you didn't, Alec.
Yeah, you've tainted Ellie now. God damn it.
Good.
But yes, they are actually making a beeline for these. So yeah, fucking get it.
Oh, I don't notice them. Never mind.
Yeah.
La 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 la.
I'm gonna knock over a stack of books.
Okay. Just like yoink.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a racket because
Okay.
even if they don't look, maybe B will.
Yeah. Okay. B.
Mm.
How intensely focused does B get when she's doing this sort of work? This is up to you.
Well, first of all, with my Nat 2028, I think she would be focusing pretty hard. And I think, learning new spells is something she hasn't done since she was at the consortium.
Yeah.
Like sitting down and trying to actively learn something she's never used before.
Yeah.
So I think there would be an extra layer of intensity there that hasn't been there for some time. So I'm not super convinced that would break her out of it.
Okay. So love it. Ruxy, there's like a small collection of books that Tiernan has moved off to the side. And as you see the Venator, this group of Venator heading towards B, you just kind of surreptitiously, and there is this loud sort of thud and clatter as some of these books, some with like some iron bindings on it, rattle down on the floor.
Wing, Rexy.
I've got my AirPods in, so I can't hear.
Yeah. What does B listen to? What's the song?
When I make the playlist, I'll let you know.
Yep, cool, perfect. Two of them stop and sort of turn to look in your direction, Ruxy.
Do I recognize them?
You don't. Make a roll a d20. Let's put again
Right.
into the hands of fate.
It'll be my new D20 that I haven't rolled yet.
Oh,
Fancy.
14.
14. You
Not bad.
recognize one of them. In fact, this individual that you recognize, it's a drow called Ozana, who at some stage whilst you've been in Mardovia, you've probably been at the mage stay and had a meal together in a communal dining hall or something like that.
Okay. You said Izana? Is that it?
Ozana, Ozana.
Ozana. Okay.
Yeah.
She's just gonna kind of like do the kind of the Hollywood scramble on the ground to try and grab the books and like look up at Ozana and be like, "Oh my God, Ozana, it's so embarrassing that you saw me here like this. I can't believe I made such a racket."
She gives you a smile, and she's like, "Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. Look." And she actually comes over and she crouches down beside you and starts like helping to collect these books. And at this stage, B, you can hear their voices because this place is so quiet. And you turn around and you can see maybe sort of like 20 feet behind you, um, 3 individuals in the garb of the Vanator, all looking towards the direction of your friend Ruxy, who you can't see because they're kind of slightly around a corner of bookshelves and stuff like that.
I think B's play here is there's a couple of things she thinks about. Once again, how unimportant she is
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah.
The second thing is that she's in the mage today. She has the consortium tattoos.
Yeah.
And also Ruxy telling her to act like she's supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And so there's no reason for her to externally panic. Internally,
Yeah.
she's freaking out a little bit because the last interaction she had with them was running away from them. But like, she's not going to let that show.
Can you please make a deception roll for me? And we're gonna reframe this as a play it cool roll.
Okay, cute. Let's play it cool. Because if B's anything, it's cool.
Yeah, well, look, that's just it. Let's see how she goes.
If I cast like sending and gave her like motivational speech, would that give her advantage? Like, oh, you could be so cool. Like,
look, if you knew what was going on, for sure, but in this situation...
Hey, the good news is chat's given me inspo, and I'm going to use that because the 8 doesn't make me feel cool at all. Hey, that's way better. That's an 18 now. Thanks, Watchful Wizard.
Outstanding. Well played, chat. Ozana is just as down there helping you, Aruxi, with the rest of the books. And she's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Everyone makes mistakes. Hey, just out of curiosity, have you heard about? There's been some rumors or something about potentially some strangers coming in on a ship the other night. I mean, they got through all the security on the docks and stuff like that, but I don't know. There's people seem to be a little bit more sort of uptight at the moment. I know that you kind of, you're often out and about in the city. Have you seen or heard anything? Tiernan, you would absolutely be able to hear this conversation.
Oh yes,
you're
and
kind
I'm
of like
essentially hiding myself in the book. Just this is really, really interesting.
Yeah. And then you realize you're holding it upside down. You're like, oh fuck. Yeah. Anyway, Roxy.
I think maybe I heard a few rumors, but I also hear lots of rumors in town, and they're hardly ever true. Did anybody say like how many, what they look like, anything like that?
No, it was a strange ship. I mean, it looked like there was like a tree growing out of the middle of it, and it looked rather sort of battered and broken. Obviously not from around these parts. So I don't know. It's, you know what it's like whenever we get anything that comes up from the south. We just have to be extra careful in case there's any arcane users trying to sneak into the Empire or anything like that. And also, I mean, to be fair as well, and she kind of leans a little bit closer, with both Erion and Dastaria possibly passing through here in the near future, it's like we've just got to be really careful to make sure there's no issues.
I completely understand. You know what? I will keep my eye out. But yeah, I feel like you guys are pretty good at your job, and if there was anybody suspicious on that ship, you would have got him. So, I believe in y'all, but I promise I'll keep my ear to the ground for you. It's already so close anyway.
See, this is why I like you, Ruxy. Hey, like me and some of the others, we're going to be getting a drink later on tonight. Do you want to come out with us and get a drink? Have you got any plans?
I can't tonight, but I'd be happy to another night. I just have Pilates.
And with that, Pilates,
Hamish.
Cannon, and Feldor.
Mm-hmm.
She's like,
Hamilton,
yeah.
do I hear Destaria mentioned?
Yeah, because this place is so quiet. I think and I think yours now so focused on everything going on around you. Yes.
Watchful Wizard, I'm about to completely disrespect you, and I'm gonna re-roll and take the lower number because if I hit Destaria, I'm gonna fucking shit myself. That's fine. That's a 10.
That's a 10.
So I started out real cool, right?
Okay. As you kind of glance over your shoulder, you still see that there are one of the three of the Venator that are still there is looking off to where this other conversation is going on. But the other two are looking in your direction. Let's see how perceptive they are in regards to B's chill roll. What did you get?
A 10.
Oh my god, I have to take a photo of this.
Did you roll double nat 20s? Or something? Please don't do that.
You'll see. You'll see.
I don't like that at all, Hamish.
I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick
I'll
it up.
also point out at the same time as like being perceptive, I'm still going to continue to look like I am doing what I was always doing.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm going to be changing body language a little bit.
I'm sticking the photo in the Weeby live channel as a little bit
great.
hard to see.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
Yeah.
What? 2 nat ones. Excellent.
That's hilarious.
I am so
2.
cool.
No one noticed that the book is now upside down. That you're being fiddled
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
And my glasses are like half off my face.
Yeah.
Like,
You're like sweating
yeah.
profusely.
yeah.
There's a very slight...
There's a small puddle underneath me.
Not related to the sweat.
Yeah. Man, that ass crack sweat's terrible. Yeah.
Back sweat. It's like
100
sitting there like this.
Yeah. So Azana sort of finally stands up and helps you with the rest of the books, and she goes, "Oh, look, maybe we'll be able to catch up for another drink." The individual around the corner, are they with you?
Oh, yes.
Cool.
We just have someone visiting, doing some work from one of the neighboring towns.
Cool. Okay. No, I'm again, just having to be really careful with everything.
I understand.
Going
Officer, you're just doing your job. It's
on.
fine.
I know, but still, it's like, it's there's trying times, and we have to be careful. But look, no, thanks, Roxy. I appreciate that. Brain check on the drinks. Maybe I'll see you around.
Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you. She gives him a little like wink. I don't know.
And
Thanks,
Ozana, she gives you like a little wink back. I don't know. Roll to flirt, maybe. I don't know.
She's just really cool.
Really cool. Yeah, cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
And with that, the four of them descend back down the stairs, leaving Ruxy, Tiernan, Mr. T, and B once again sort of to their own devices.
Should we go?
Are you done?
Hamish, am I done?
I think at this
Am I
stage
done?
you would. Yeah, am I done yet? I think you'll probably find that. At this stage, most probably. Yeah.
What about
Oh.
me? Am I done learning sending?
I think at this stage, probably like another 10-15 minutes to have it finished, copied in, and then for sure.
Well, I can stay here longer, but are they likely to come back?
I mean, they just went down the stairs. Those guys are probably headed off to a bar somewhere. If you wanted to look some more things up, it looks like B's still working.
Well, I've got
Give me like
the better half of an hour left on this.
Give me like 10-15 minutes and I'll be done.
You just see Roxy do like a shh, keep your voice down kind of thing.
Sorry.
Good old lad. Yeah, incredible. So with that, you guys complete the tasks that you're doing. John, I'll send you information in regards to what you find out.
If I couldn't find anything on the mechanist, I would be searching up the God engine. I think it was.
And I think you would find a very small amount of information, which I will send you just to keep things rolling along.
Yep, I won't keep you on the spot, mate.
Cool. So with that, you guys finish everything that you need to do in the mage stay. Was there anything else that you were going to do before you head off?
Burn it down. No. No.
No? Okay.
I would touch base with Roxy and kind of be like, if there's anything you want to show us, like that could be cool.
I don't know, Hamish. Is there anything cool to show? I don't know.
I mean, look, there's the alchemy floor where they brew potions and stuff like that. I mean, there could be some cool stuff there. If that's your definition of cool, I guess it depends on what B is meaning by cool.
Oh, do they have
I'm a scientist, so that sounds cool.
They sell equipment and things.
They don't sell equipment. You would be able to commission items to a certain extent.
Tiernan doesn't think he's going to be able to come back in here.
We can go. We have time. It's not like anyone's waiting for us or anything.
I'm just wondering if potions would be of use for where we're headed.
Maybe. You guys, like, pass out a lot.
Are you referring to sleeping?
No, I'm... Yeah, I just meditate, and you guys, like, do this thing where your eyes completely close, and they do so for, like, 8 hours.
Just
So-
occurs to me that Tiernan is technically an elf.
I mean, if you want some potions, I'm sure we can go down to the alchemy floor. You just have to, again, try to look cool.
I'm so cool.
I'm sure you are. You really killed it earlier.
Thank you.
Well, I actually don't have a lot of money, so I was just generally curious.
I mean, we can... Hey, listen, who knows when we'll get a chance to be back here? The worst that can happen is that we poke our heads in and we get nothing.
Okay. Probably worth a shot.
Maybe you could see something cool that you can recreate yourself.
Alchemy is usually not my strong suit.
Tiernan, I think you could do anything if you just set your mind to it.
That's nice.
If you just believe.
Let's go have a look.
I read that in
Okay.
a book once.
So
You and I read
guys-
different books.
You guys head down to...
My books have happy endings.
So do mine. Several.
I'm so glad you picked that up.
You guys head downstairs.
Love to be a McFly on the wall.
to the alchemy floor, and as I said before, there's sort of various sort of stations that are set up, and there's cauldrons bubbling away. Ruxy, you recognize that the head sort of potion master is here, who is generally the person that you would go to and ask about the potions. They are a halfling. They've got long white hair that's just straight, that goes all the way down to sort of just their butt, basically. These tiny glasses, round glasses, which almost seem redundant. They're so small. And blue eyes that are almost clear. She's wearing these white robes that are covered in like stains and marks. It's like someone who's like been cooking and just constantly is spilling stuff on themselves. And as you come downstairs, she sees you, Ruxy, and gives you a little wave, and you recognize that this is Lily, who is the potion master. And she sort of races over to you, and she's like, "Hi.
Hi, Lily.
Hey, how can I help?"
Oh, well, I was just coming to see what you guys were doing.
"Oh, lots.
Lots?
Yeah.
Anything that interested? We have a visiting scholar, so I thought maybe
Oh.
I'd show him a little bit of what you do.
And she looks at the two, looks at Mr. T and B, and she goes, "Oh, they consortium members, or are they from somewhere else?"
They're consortium.
Cool.
Do you have any potions of don't die?
Potions of don't die. Hey, we've totally never made anything like that.
You should.
Potions of don't die.
If you do it, I would like shares in it. Because
like,
I've now just given you that idea.
But so like it's like, do you drink it and then like you never die, or like
No, not never. I feel like it just stops you from dying for a certain period of time, like maybe 8 hours or something.
Right. Cool. I don't understand. That seems like
Sounds like you've never met anyone that's died.
no. I haven't. No, have I? No, I haven't. I don't know. Have you died? I don't know.
I haven't, but I've had a friend that died, and well, they're not dead anymore.
Oh, so they got better.
No,
Oh. Oh, that's
but they got alive.
They got cool. Hey, like I'm like super busy, so like, was there something that I can help? Was there something specific that you're after? I can't give you like no die potions because like they just totally don't exist. But I could give you.
You have like a tasting paddle of potions.
I don't have a tasting panel, but like I could give you, like, is it like, have you got, like, is there any sort of assignments that you're being sent on at the moment? Like, you going anywhere that's like super hot or super cold, or are you maybe doing anything that might mean that you're going to get poisoned and die, or you
Probably all of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't want to brag or anything, but one day in a fantasy timeline, I plan on saving the world.
Cool, man. Like, hey, like everybody should have goals, right?
Yeah.
What would you recommend for someone who have to head out west?
Head out west. A coat. It gets pretty cold.
Okay. No, I mean, like, what sort of? You mentioned poisoning, creatures like that sort of stuff. That's not something that they'd be finding to the west in the cold environments.
Oh, I mean, you might. I mean, there's all sorts of things that are out to the. I mean, like the west's like the west's big, man. Like there's like where west, like Soradia, like Carpathia. Like where are you? Like just saying like going west is like I'm going to go into the sky, man. It's like a lot.
Fair enough. I meant more just within a week's travel.
If it's cold out there, do you have potions of keep me warm?
Oh, no.
Cool. What do you do?
Whiskey.
Whiskey. Yeah, man. Like whiskey would work, but we don't.
No, but like.
I mean, I could give you like, I don't know, like a potion of water breathing or healing.
I've had enough of breathing water.
Or I could give you like a potion that like kind of gives you like enables you to be really quick and know what's going to happen really fast.
How much are your potions of healing?
Oh, well, I mean, we always have some. It's like, you know, we don't charge for them.
Oh.
But I don't also have a huge stock at the moment, so I mean.
Why don't you have a huge stock? Are they
Because
short in supply?
Well, no, just we have people who come through and need them, man. It's like, we don't just sit here all day. Like, we do experiments and trying to make stuff. Like, I'm trying to make one that'll turn someone into a bear, but also will let them fly and swim at the same time.
I will take as many potions of healing as you're happy to part with, in a totally non-selfish way.
Right, cool, man. I could probably part with like 2 of them.
Are they super strong ones?
Nah, they're just the normal ones.
What about super strong ones?
They're really hard to make, and we kind of save those ones for like the more important people. So, like for example, like I heard that like Dastaria and Arion are going to be here soon, and so like I'll probably save.
Sorry, excuse me.
You absolute fuck! You knew exactly what you were doing, you prick.
My
Well
keep
done.
cool roll was a 4.
Oh, so Lily kind of keeps going, and she's like, "Hey, hey, you okay? You look like you just saw a ghost or something."
I just remembered that my dead friend died once.
And what a terrible death it was. she does this sometimes. It's like she watched her friend step on a landmine.
Now you know why
And
she was asking
sometimes-
the potion of not being dead.
Yeah,
Well,
sometimes
I-
she goes right back there and it.
Have you ever
It
tried to
startled
put
her.
someone back together? Because I had to do that once. I had to
Hey.
put all the pieces back to on the
So
floor.
hold on,
and-
guys. This is absolutely. This is like there's so much going on here that I don't understand, because
Great.
really I just spend all of my time here making like these really cool potions. So I don't want to think about people being taken apart or put back together, or they're a potion to do
You know what would help with that? Potions of healing.
that. Yeah. Hey, how about I give you a couple of potions of healing?
Yeah,
would
let's
love
do that and we can be on our way. You
Yeah,
can get back to
great.
work, Lily.
Cool. Awesome. Hey, I've got kind of like an experimental one as well, which is a little bit stronger, and I don't really want to give it to someone important in case it does something bad. But I mean, if you guys wanted to try it, like that'd be totally cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, awesome. Hey, look, I'll be back in just a tick.
Who cares about danger, right? You know?
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I do, because that would
When
be
you've seen
terrible.
your friend step on a landmine, you know?
No, I don't know what this whole land mine is. It like land yours? I don't know, man. But look, anyway, I'll be back in a tick. And she just turns and
I saw
wanders
my
off
friend explode.
into like there's just a bunch of like little chests which she starts sort of opening up and looking through the bottles. She comes back with 4 bottles. 2 of them are regular potions of healing, and she hands those over.
Mhm.
She takes another one out, and the potion of healing, normally it's kind of like it's light blue in color. This one is dark blue, and there's like inside it, you see every now and there's like a little flash of red, almost like a little explosion.
Good.
So like this is like a potion of, it's like extra healing, but I mean,
Potion
it
of
should-
extra healing.
It should heal you more, but we've had a couple of experiments where it hasn't. So
Cool.
like what I would suggest is when you try it, make sure that you're not in a situation that's really dire, because it might be really bad, but it'll
Great.
probably be okay.
So, like, not when your friend's exploding. Okay, great.
Yeah, like
Awesome.
totally cool. Oh, and this last one I'm just throwing in for free because I've got some free stock. It's a potion of animal friendship. Because look, I mean, let's be fair, everyone wants to be friends with animals, right?
Yeah, what's your favorite animal to be friends with?
Oh my god, cats, totally.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, cool.
I like cats too.
Good.
Me
Yeah,
too.
see. So what was your name again?
I go by T.
T. It's nice to meet you, T. I'm Lily. Anyway, can you guys go away now? Because I've got some stuff I've got to do.
Yep, absolutely.
bye.
And she's like hurriedly herding them out the door, just incredibly mortified by that entire
Wait,
interaction.
I have a gift for you.
She's
Oh.
still kind of actively pushing them out the door.
Wait, I have a gift for you.
And Lily's like, well, maybe next time.
I
Maybe.
throw a single rigger's glove. That's, for some reason, I have rigger's gloves in my equipment. I throw a single one.
And
He
you,
has a challenge to a duel.
you see her at like,
Society.
hold on, let me just roll to see if she catches it. I roll a 7. It hits her in the face and falls on the floor, and she sort of like bends down and picks it up. And you can hear her sort of muttering to herself as you guys vanish away. Why? I wonder if it's magical. I wonder if I can see it in a potion. And with that, you guys vanish downstairs, exit the mage stay with these 4 potions, and unless there is anything else that you guys as a collective are wanting to do, you all eventually make your way back to the tavern of the
I would
Foaming
like
Bud.
to continue the party's distance from each other for at least another 3 solid hours. No, I do not wish to do that. It's so
Oh,
fun.
I thought you were being serious. I was like,
Okay.
what the fuck?
So, for the sake of expediency, so that we don't get stuck in this city for truly forever, it is going to
I want to talk shoe metaphors with the priest
Yeah.
for another hour. No,
Cool.
just
They kill you.
I thought you were going to say they kill themselves. Goslin, jeez.
So,
No.
Firstly, are you guys going to stick around for a week and wait for the axe to be forged?
Hells no.
No, I don't think that's
I
a
don't
good
know.
idea.
You're just gonna leave it there?
He's got a better one.
I will come back and retrieve my axe.
Well, is there any reason why we shouldn't be staying here?
Well, yeah, hear Mr. T out. Because here's the thing, like, what if we can't cross back through here? What if we have to leave the next place, like, really quickly and escape? And then you lose your axe forever.
Well, I meant more along the lines of isn't there some visiting special consortium people that clearly B seems to have some concerns with?
Well, yeah, but I'll just hide under my bed for the whole time we're here.
I would rather you not be here when she's here.
It will be fine. We'll spend a couple of days searching for a village at foot of mountain, and I can return on my own, or we can all return. I retrieve axe. We go back into wilderness to continue with our adventure to save the world.
It's up to you guys. I have no desire to stick around here longer than we need to.
Grumpfel, thoughts?
Quick question for Hamish before Grumpfel ventures thoughts.
Yep.
Because absent last fortnight, the place we're in, was it walled with like guarded entry exits, or was it kind
Correct.
of like an open sprawling type?
No, it's very much walled and everything. So there's very clear ways in and out, which are heavily guarded.
Was it rigorous in entry, or as soon as we showed the pass thing that the Venator gave us when we were on the boat, that we were just waved through as a formality?
You were able to get through without many issues with that, but you would be aware, and Ruxy will be able to tell you that all of the gates in and out of the city are guarded, and there are Venator there. So even if you've got the writ, there's still going to be people that are going to be checking you out.
All right. So is it like when you're at the airport and you've got to go through security each time with being scanned, sort of thing, or once you got the writ, you just sort of waved through?
It is basically you're going to get checked out every time.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but B's got those tattoo things. Won't that they just let you through? B?
Maybe. Look, again, I'm not super important or anything. So, no one's like got a photo of my face or a drawing of my face and hung it up in multiple places being like, as soon as you see this girl, kill her.
No, I mean, like when you walk.
Oh no,
through
I know.
Towns normally in the Empire, they don't gonna say no. You're an arcane user. You must stay here. Isn't there some sort of identification thing?
No, like and yeah, no. I sorry, I didn't think that's what you meant. I just more mean that like if I can avoid showing my actual tattoos and stuff, I would like to. But if it's inevitable, then I guess I will.
It's a good idea to stay on move. I've hunted many monsters in my lifetime. Easiest way to catch them is when they stop moving.
I'm not a monster. Also, if anyone asks, you stepped on a landmine.
What is landmine?
It's this big purple button, and when you stand on it, you explode.
That's when you step off of it, actually.
I've never stood on one, so
Is
Roxy's right.
That sounds most disagreeable.
this something that happened in the strange village you told me about, where all your friends and whatnot
I'm like,
died?
just start doing this.
So other than the axe, what keeps us here, and how urgent are we wanting to keep moving?
We should keep on move. We need to find this village. Shit, I cannot remember why we're looking for it specifically. Something about the Solara. Tiernan, did you find anything in your research you were going to do at the place?
Yes, I did. I did find out that the village is essentially been was completely decimated in the past by a mage suffering from the mage rot. I got the impression that it was left in ruins. Hamish, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And the nearest, essentially where we would need to go on the way to these ruins would be the I'm going to pronounce this wrong.
Orlanic.
Alanic.
Yeah.
The village of Alanic?
Yeah.
Which is to the west of us from here.
Be Roxy, either of you familiar with this Olanic?
Both of you make history rolls.
Sure. Whoa. 18.
18 as well.
Twinsies.
Best
History
friends.
BFFs for life.
Both of
Fucking
you,
hell, Hamish.
both of you know that. Yeah, there's a smallish village off to the west. There's nothing particularly interesting or unique about it. You probably would have overheard in some conversation or something like that, or read about it in a book, or seen a map with a little dot on it. It's a little rural village, probably a little farming community or something like that.
They know how far away it is?
No, not with that.
Okay, well, let us rest and then set off west.
The
Find a
only
little
thing
village.
that people keep telling me is it's cold out.
Well, perhaps we should acquire some kind of garb that keep us insulated from cold.
I've always wanted a marshmallow coat.
I would like some kind of furs, perhaps, to sleep on and to wear and to keep me warm in cold night.
It is. You guys are just entering into the beginning of winter, so definitely it is getting cooler. So for the sake of expediency, what I'm hearing is that you guys are gonna
Sleepy and then fashion.
Yeah, and then
Get
head
supplies
west.
for
You're
people,
not
yeah.
you're not hanging around.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Well, unless anyone else would like to hang around. For a
Unless
reason.
there's anything that stops us. Yes.
So you would, and we won't do the whole big shopping thing for the sake of speed. So you can
Montage.
God damn it.
No shopping episode.
no shopping episode.
Just how much gold do we need to deduct? Sorry.
Look, it'd be to get some decent winter garb. It would be probably just a couple of gold. It wouldn't be. It depends on the
Like
quality
per person or just
per person. It would really just depend on the quality of the garb that you want.
I don't want to look shit.
You don't want to look shit.
Mm.
So two gold would be more than fine, and that would get you like a good sort of thick woolen coat or cloak or similar.
Cool.
You know, scarves, no fucking puffer jackets. I draw the line. I draw the line.
Gallivahad
on
will
certain
pick
things.
something
I
with a
want a
collar so he can pop
marshmallow.
it.
I have two questions. The two questions are: one, are there any griffins in the area? And two, should we get horses?
No, we
we're
want another
ignoring it.
dog. Rip.
I
rest
would
in
like
peace,
a
dog.
fur coat if I can.
Yeah, look, I mean that would say that's probably going to be closer to 3 gold.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, no, you'd be able to get like a decent like fur-lined coat or something like that would keep you nice and toasty warm.
And I want socks that are really warm and fuzzy.
Yep, sure.
Hamish is like, Emily, I'm done with your shit. Shut up.
Tiernan just goes for something practical.
And that's just it. Like it'd be super easy to get some practical clothes and go from there.
Cool.
So
Like what?
Roxy, do you want to come with us?
That's fine.
Out west?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, I'd love to. I'll just have to go and get my own weather gear, I guess.
Cool.
But I said I'd help you, and I'll do it.
Can you handle yourself?
I can handle myself
Oh,
just
yeah.
fine, thank you.
Okay, just
You should
checking.
see some of the cool. Well, it's actually really scary. Never mind.
As well as warm clothing, Hamish. Grumpfel's going to look at possible bedding requirements if we're staying out in the open. So something like whether woolen, padded linen, or animal hide.
Just bundle it
he-
into the shopping trip we've just done.
We just needs to find out people's preferences so he knows who's on furs.
No, get out. You're not allowed to talk anymore, Heath.
All right.
I'm assuming we already have
Roxy,
done that.
I have one question for you. Do you have a friend in town who can perhaps collect my axe, which is being sent to in 7 days, and bring it out west just in case we get tied up or something of that nature?
I mean, I might. They might not be able to meet us all the way out west, but I'm sure they could bring it somewhere.
That is fine. I just do not wish to miss a very important date of being reunited with my favorite sharp implement.
We can always come back. Why? What did you give up?
Did I give up?
Yeah.
So what are you doing about payment?
Payment for what?
The
axe.
So if you're getting the axe sent out, you would have to. How are you going to pay for it? You would need to leave the other axe behind.
I feel like this is just an emergency plan. It's not the actual plan.
Correct.
To be fair, they
good
they
point,
didn't actually argue with dropping it off at
There
the Temple
will
of
be-
Kamateon, so
There will still be payment required, no matter what.
It will be fine. I'll return in 7 days. Nothing will go wrong. We'll be able to get back here with no possible trouble at all. It'll be fine. All right.
I think,
I'm going to
Roxy,
sleep.
remember how we said that our stories have happy endings? I think this one will too.
Well, let's hope it's more yours than mine.
Wait. Huh?
Good. I will be going to sleep now.
Okay. So, for the sake of expediency, you guys spend like half a day collecting up clothing, bedding, whatever it is that you require. I will leave it up to you to spend the required amount of money. If there's anything you want to buy, just use the pricing from the player's handbook. And with that, are you sort of planning to head out sort of halfway through the day? You're going to head out like the next morning?
Could I use like my knowledge of like the workings of the city, I guess, to find like what the best time to leave out the gate would be? Like maybe like a changing of the guard where they're kind of tired and out of it or something.
Okay, interesting.
Good, yeah, I was good, yeah.
Make a history roll for me, Roxy.
Oh, why history? It's my worst subject. 15.
15, that's fine. That's more than fine. You know that there's a changing of the guard not long after dawn. And so you've got the people who have been there sort of through the early hours of the night, or maybe a little bit more zoned out. You've had some talks with some of the Venator before who have been like on guard duty in those places where, there may be a little bit more dopey and stuff like that. So there's slightly less attention to what's going on.
Okay, yeah, I'll suggest those doors at that time.
Okay. Cool. So I'm assuming that is the plan then?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next day you guys gather up all of your gear, you head out west. There are, as you haven't seen the gates in and out of the city before because you came into the docks, but the high walls are very, very secure. The gates themselves are open, but are fairly heavily guarded. You can see that there is a small patrol of the Venator. There are 2 members and a spellhound. There are also 4 city guard that you can see there. paying attention to the travelers who are going in and out. But you do notice that there may be like a little less attentive than, say, freshly people have just had a really good night's sleep and they're just coming on to sort of start their shift for the morning. Is there anything in particular you guys are going to do in regards to leaving, or are you just going to confidently head on out?
Can Gallivahad take B's bag and Roxy's bag and just make it look like they're there to carry people's shit?
Yeah, so like the bellhop kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tiernan would have disguised the fact that he's a shardfolk with his disguise spell.
Yep.
Self spell. So blonde elf.
Yep. Cool. Any other moves from anybody else?
Sorry, Grumpfel, you go.
I'm just going to say Grumpfel will have his travel garb on to make it look like he's a traveling cleric.
Yep. All good.
And
If-
I dare say we're kind of separating a little bit, or we're clustering together.
I
After the
have
full
no
round to group.
Yeah, I don't care about separating. I will though if Gallivahad has allowed me to keep the hat for now. I would go back into my generic human look.
Yep. Cool. So you guys, in the early hours of the morning, it is a brisk morning, slightly overcast, as you head out west through the gates of Mardovia, still very much in the shadows of the Soul Forge. Basically, the road west sort of travels along the northern edge of this mountain range. This mountain range goes west as well, so you're like on the northern side of it. You get to the gates themselves, and as you approach, you can see that the Venator are very much looking at everyone who goes through, and you can see the spellhound with its nose high in the air, sniffing, trying to scent anything that they go past. And when Ruxy, you, and B get close, the spellhound lets out the slightest of growls. And one of the Venator, a tall human male, with closely cropped dark hair and the burnt orange robes, which signify the Venator, just steps forwards and holds his hand out to the two of you, which both of you would kind of know that instinctually the best thing to do here is to simply just show proof that you are members of the consortium.
Yep. She flashes her hand.
Cool. There's this member of the Venator goes, names please?
Roxy.
Bella.
Sort of spends a moment just sort of studying both of you.
Can I cast detect thoughts and just get like his surface level thoughts? Like I'm not trying to probe.
Yeah. You cast that, and the surface level thoughts are initially, I'm really fucking tired. It's been a long night. But also just a certain level of suspicion. Nothing sort of strange, though, nothing untoward about it. But when you sort of both of you show the tattoos, you can see the spellhound just sort of moves forward slightly. He then just waves you through. Just goes, safe travels, friends.
And to you. And she just kind of tugs B along.
I say nothing, but I definitely look back and try not to glare.
They are there once you're through, paying zero attention.
Oh yeah, that's just for B. That's not for anything else.
Yes. No, that's totally cool. That's totally cool. So it takes you roughly
27 days.
496 days. Yeah. I'd actually screwed up the scale on my map, and I'm like, why is it going to take them 5 weeks to travel? What is meant?
No.
Yeah, that's when I was just like, everything needs to be really, really huge on the map. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not going to work.
It's inevitable we resorted to cannibalism halfway through.
Yep. So
Jeez.
late afternoon on the fourth day, you come over a small rise and you can see up ahead a very small, very, very tranquil looking little village. The farmland that you've been traveling through up until now is all mainly just freshly tilled earth. Obviously, nothing has been planted because you're going into the winter months. You do see on the outskirts of the village a couple of what appear to be like pig farms. Um, but everything seems to be very well kept and very well maintained. You've all been to various villages and stuff like that, in the south and stuff. But it's really nice. You see, there's a couple of elves out working in one of the fields, and they sort of spot you guys walking down the road and give you like a friendly wave as you're heading towards what is obviously the small village of Orlanic.
Tiernan's definitely waving back at them.
And you find yourselves now, entering this place, probably too late in the day to really kind of keep going. You see a few sort of villagers going about their business on the streets. What would you guys like to do?
See if there's a local inn and maybe find out what the name of the town, the village is.
Yeah. So you see, as you head towards what you would assume to be the center of town, you see, there's a small house and there's this old dwarf on a rocking chair, like on the veranda. He's just got a really long, almost like ridiculously long pipe that he's puffing away on. And he gives you all like a sort of a friendly wave as you walk past. Obviously would be an opportune person to talk to.
Nah, screw that guy.
Cool. So you keep on going into town as that NPC just ceases to exist and another one pops up somewhere else. Yeah.
Hey, nice pipe.
Thank you. As I made it myself.
Very high quality.
I thought so.
Don't suppose where a traveling group could find a bed or some food.
Yeah, just keep going down this road. You'll find the Beggar's Rest. It's not much. Warm beds, decent food. It should serve you for the night.
You seem like... Oh, sorry. Sorry, I keep speaking over you, Delgrim. But,
it's fine.
Sorry, sometimes I forget you're still alive. Hey... I'm sorry, that was so mean. Hey, random stranger, you seem incredibly vital and important, and to this town specifically. And for that reason, what's your name?
Most people just call me Bill.
Bill, that's a lovely name.
Thank you. What's your name?
Bella.
Bella. Nice to meet you, Bella.
Hey, our names are kind of similar. Did you notice that? That's cool.
Well, sure. What brings you and your little bunch of friends here to town?
We're just exploring and stuff.
Fair enough.
Just
anything cool we should know?
There's nothing really cool in this part of the countryside. It's a little village.
Wow. Maybe you're not as important as I thought you were. Sorry.
Please ignore my friend here. What I think she meant to say is, firstly, Bill, tell us what is the name of your beautiful town here.
Oh, this village, it's Orlanic.
Orlanic.
Yeah.
It's excellent. We are traveling to learn some impressive things. My friend here, the tall one, he's very hard research investigator, man. He like to find old places that have crumbled into dust and a long time ago.
The correct term is archaeologist. I like to be called. And was interested in the ruins further out west.
Ruins out west. I'm not sure. I mean,
An
something
old
specific?
village, Forjat-Um.
Oh, Forjat. Oh, yeah, okay. What do you want to know about that place?
How far away is it from here?
Oh, about 2.5, 3 days travel.
Anything a traveler should be aware of before heading in that direction?
Yeah, don't go there. Place is cursed.
Curse.
What kind of curse?
Oh, the kind of curse that causes a village to get wiped out and people who go there to vanish and stuff. No one goes there. Yeah. I mean, some of the dumb kids try and get close and see what they can see, but no, stay away from that. Why would you want to go to a place like that?
Oh, opportunity, my good sir.
Right, opportunity. What kind of opportunity?
Just I need to prove a theory.
Okay, well,
And I like to have opportunity to break curse. My friend here, he like to look at boring old crumbling building. I like to break curse. I did not know there was curse. This make me very excited. Thank you, Bill.
you're welcome. Have a safe trip, I suppose.
I'm sure we will. Thank you.
Enjoy your pipe.
I will.
Why?
Dude,
Why
what
is it a
pipe is it?
sprinkler? Why is it a sprinkler? I hope the
Yeah.
pipe canonically in his mouth just goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.
It's just a giant bong. No,
We'll head up to this little
Go down.
rest spot then for the evening, I guess.
So you keep going, and in the middle of town you can see a fairly small, simple-looking tavern. There is nothing overly kind of interesting or impressive about it. There's a little sign above the door that's just got like a simple bed on it. And as you come closer, you can hear from inside the sound of a harp playing, and just the low kind of murmur of patrons enjoying the early evening, probably a meal and the like.
We go,
Grumpfel, Tiernan, Gallivahad, do you want to go inside and get us some rooms, perhaps? B and Roxy, would you like to come with me and see if you can find some teenagers to talk to? Young people who might have done stupid thing of going to cursed place.
Sure.
Yeah, we can do that.
Excellent.
I'm good at talking to stupid people.
I worry about your desire to seek out teenagers, but I'm sure it's for a good reason.
Yes, the Bill with the pipe mentioned that the young people try and get close to cursed place. If this is rite of passage, we find people who are coming into young adulthood. This is typical rite of passage time. They should be able to tell us maybe things they have seen doing this stupid thing, going close to cursed place.
To unravel a mystery requires meddling kids.
Almost every time, yes.
we'll enjoy chasing down some teenagers. I guess we'll go organize some beds.
Can I just suggest, though, Roxy, maybe you do the talking after the attempt at trying to convince someone with a dire wolf to get a pat or to get close to the animal. It didn't go so well. I noticed that our friend can be a little abrasive, and we don't want to scare anyone off.
I thought they were like the animal in place where I come from. I did not know they were deeply well-held companions, considered
Two
on equal
things.
footing.
They're very
First of
important.
all-
Remember, they poop diamonds.
Yeah.
Roxy just looks aghast at this whole
Re-rolling
thing, learning that he disrespected direwolves and also apparently that they poop diamonds.
Oh no.
Did anyone think to keep these diamonds?
I did not see any pooping of diamonds from any of these incredible new direwolf Grumpfel. I'm very
We
sorry.
didn't go.
I was not
round
allowed
the
near them to
toilet time.
touch them, or talk to them, or play with them, or give them little scritches, or anything.
2 things. Delgrim, first of all, sorry I said that I forgot that you were alive because I got scared. Destaria was supposed to go through that the town, and I kept hearing it and it was making me uncomfortable. So sometimes when I'm uncomfortable I say really weird, stupid stuff. Second of all, if you are bad at trying to convince owners, maybe sometimes you could try and convince the animals directly. And if you want, and I'll pull out the potion of animal friendship and I'll hold it out to Delgrim and be like, here you go, here's for next time. This will
What is
help you be
this?
friends with an animal.
B, this is incredible gift. Thank you.
I have no use for it. So,
all I
well, I have maybe a use for it, but I think you might appreciate it more.
Delgrim will take out one of the potions made from fucking Mind Flayer juice, and that to be. This is all I can offer in return, but please do take it.
Oh, this is not an exchange. You can keep that too.
No,
This
nor
is
is
just
this.
a gift.
This is also a gift. I have more of these. It's fine.
Okay, I'll take this, whatever this is, and
It is a potion of the fortified psyche.
good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Also 1,000 points to Ali for the facial expression when the term mind flayer juice was mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Not a term I've heard before.
Yeah, amazing.
Good.
So
Okay, we have a plan. 3
Ex-
people going to get room. 3 people going to talk to the youth.
Yep.
Ready? Break.
Yep. And as the obsession with splitting the party continues, the 3 of you head into the party. Yep, go Grumpfel.
Just before the party splits, Grumpfel will just grab B by the sleeve and sort of in a low voice go, you might want to tell Delgrim whether he's to ingest the potion or whether the animal gets the potion.
I can do that. Thank
I just
you.
got this image of Delgrim goes, I will make him my friend, and then feeding the potion to the animal.
Flashes the thing.
Yeah.
It becomes very popular within its social group.
Yeah. So the 3 of
That's
you
good.
the 3 of you head into the tavern. And it's about half full. Again, there seems to be it's quite a good vibe. People seem to be sort of laughing and having a good time. There is a very small, very rotund halfling sitting by the fireplace with a harp that it's one of those like the large harps that you've got to stand on the floor, which for everybody else is actually quite small, but because he's a halfling, it's kind of the right size for him. Just quietly playing a tune. It's a very well-groomed individual, slicked back grey hair and this very small waxed moustache. He's wearing a bright red waistcoat. While he's playing that, you can see another halfling who absolutely bears a family resemblance, however is significantly younger. A chubby female halfling with short curly brown hair and very bright green eyes. She's wearing a light blue dress and with sandals laced up to her knees, and both of them are wearing golden circlets around their head, and hanging from that circlet is a symbol which is a quill with a circle of rose petals around it, which all of you would recognize as the holy symbol of Lul, who is the god of love and the arts. She sees the 3 of you come in, and she's like got a big thing of like drinks that she's carrying over to a table, and she gives you a quick wave with the other hand and goes, "I'll be there in a minute." She goes over and puts the drinks down at this table full of farmers who all seem to be very grateful. She kind of comes back quickly and gives you all a big smile. She goes, "Hey, hi, welcome to the Vegas Rest. What can I do for you?"
rooms for 6 and food as well for dinner. And what time of day is it again?
It's early evening.
Leaving. Well, dinner and possibly breakfast the next day, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, rooms will be a silver piece each. We can squeeze 3 into a room. It would be a bit cozy, but that'll be fun. Got plenty of
Okay.
rooms tonight.
2 rooms or 3? Grumpfel and Gallivahad. What do you think?
I'm not worried. However, it needs to work.
Okay, I guess we'll just take the 2 rooms then.
Great. Okay, I'll be a couple of silver pieces. Food. There's a cauldron over the fire that's got some stew in it. Mornings we just have some fairly simple sort of porridge. We've got some simple breads and some butters and honey and stuff like that. A few silver piece per person should cover both dinner tonight and breakfast tomorrow morning.
Marvelous.
Cool. Excellent. Easy. She waits as she counts out the money, gives you some keys to the rooms, and you goes, look, find yourself a table if you want any drinks. Just let me know. Oh, my name's Medea, by the way.
Lovely to meet you, Medea.
Yep, and that's my pa up there playing on the harp. He's Marcel.
And after that, I'd gesture to Grumpfel and Gallivahad that I'm just going to put my gear down in a room and then come back and listen to the music and maybe have a drink and some food.
So
Yeah.
as you guys settle in, sorry, Gallivahad?
I was going to say I'll put everyone's shit that I'm carrying in rooms as well.
Yeah, cool.
You've carried it all day for
Yeah.
several days.
Yeah. Good.
See, we don't need a horse. We've got a Gallivahad.
Yeah. That was like carrying like a bit of pocket change. It's nothing.
I feel like you were flexing the whole time as well.
When
Flexing
you
is
carry
my
all
permanent
groceries in at
state.
once.
It actually costs me more effort to not flex than it does to flex.
That makes sense.
So, the 3 of you who are out looking for teenagers.
The youth.
The youth. How are you going to go about that? Like you're just
How are
going
you
to
going to
got some
lure in a
candy.
teenager?
yeah. Like you're just going to kind of like wander the streets. What's the plan?
When I was young, I would often find the deepest, darkest, most dangerous crevice to try and work my way into. But I don't know what the equivalent is out here under the
feel like-
sky.
Hanging out in the park after dark. Like,
Okay, you think we're trying to find park?
Someone
Like
light
a
a
courtyard.
clove cigarette. They'll bring him in.
Yeah, I literally was like, fuck, can I use the hat to put a cigarette in my mouth? Like,
yeah, we all start like leaning against a tree, smoking a cigarette, just like, oh, we're so cool.
I find a leaf and I roll it up into a cigarette.
I'm just thinking
Start
about that.
smoking it.
That Steve Buscemi meme. Yeah, well, anyway.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah. Okay, so I want you guys. What should be the role? What do you feel that would be the appropriate role for you guys to make?
Roll for Riz.
Tell me the role that you're going to make
Performance.
and why you're choosing that particular skill, how it's appropriate.
I feel like it would be. And so this was a fairly small village, you said, yeah?
It is a fairly small village. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think that sense of impending danger is what Delgrim would be looking for. So, stupid kids doing stupid stuff in the stupidest place possible. That's what he'd be trying to track down. So, whether it's a park, whether it's a like a really steep hill that they slide down on boards of thin slate. And hope that the slate doesn't break underneath them and they try and slide the furthest while standing up, kind of shit. He's going to try and find that kind of a spot.
Make a survival check with the intention behind that being like understanding the landscape and thinking about where like a dangerous place that kids might go and do dangerous shit might be. What about Ruxy and B? Are you guys going to try and do anything different, or are you just going to let Delgrim lead the way? Just lost a beat.
I'm gonna try and do performance so that I look again, I want to look like a cool adult who's not gonna like hamper their vibes. Like, I don't want to look like a narc because she's dressed as a consortium member, so she kind of does look like a narc.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, look, and so and just sort of like wander around the village trying to see if you can find someone, but also someone needs to look cool.
Yeah, like looking like I'm not actually, yeah, that I'm just like coolly looking around. I'm not trying to find people. Like I'm just hanging out, being cool.
Yeah, okay. Make your performance check then. Yeah, that's all good.
Sorry.
B, that's okay.
What did
B,
you
what are
do?
you doing?
I disappear out of existence for a moment. And then when I reappear, can I just double check? Because the Zoom call just decided to crash. What are the other two doing?
So Delgrim is basically looking for like dangerous parts of the surrounding area that kids might go and do dumb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ruxy is basically trying to be cool and kind of wander around and not be too sort of like sus. So if she does find teenagers, they don't think that she's a narc.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm gonna look for any like graffiti or like anything that mentions, you know how when you go into a bathroom stall and there's a bunch of weird shit that's written on the walls, but every now and again someone goes, meet here for fucking chess club.
That's totally not
What
what
bathrooms have you been in?
Yeah. Yeah. Man,
Not
we're
that.
Nerdy time.
going hardcore tonight. We're going to the
Not
light.
that. But you get what I mean, right? Like I'm looking for that sort of stuff, maybe gang signs. And I'm also
Gang
kind of like
signs?
I'm
Make
also
it-
like listening to hear if I like as we're kind of walking past places, even though it's quiet, in case like overhear any conversations where it's like, oh, we're gonna go meet up at the train station later, like that sort of shit.
Okay, make it.
I'm gonna steal this guy's shoes later.
Make a perception or investigation check.
I'm going with perception.
Okay. So Delgrim, what did you get?
As is tradition, I rolled very poorly for my survival check.
Yeah.
I only rolled a 10, which pushes me to 14.
Okay, 14. Ruxy, what did you get?
I got a 16.
16. Okay, cool. B, what did you get?
19.
19. Okay. Yeah, look, Delgrim, you
I am the nerdiest looking fucker here. This is so embarrassing.
Can I give you a backwards cap? Like, just I have you like slouch your pants a little bit.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
The closest thing that you can find, Delgrim, that would potentially be like dangerous fun is that to the north and east of the village is a large lake.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the kids go down there, and you pass this information on to Ruxy and B, and you sort of the three of you head off in that rough direction, and there's what appears to be like an old farm, and B, you notice that there appears to be a small group of individuals in like the old barn. Like the place is abandoned. It's still in surprisingly good nick, even though it's abandoned. And you can see that there appears to be like maybe 3 or 4 shapes in this barn. Ruxy,
I'm gonna take my glasses off and use the disguise hat to give me 20/20 vision momentarily.
Okay, not how the disguise works. But that's right. Ruxy, for you, yeah, look, you kind of don't encounter anybody. I mean, look, you can play it cool if you guys are going to head up to these individuals who are in the barn. You can kind of overhear the murmurings of voices, and they certainly sound like, younger types. But yeah, there's also zero light. Like they don't have, it's dark, and no one's using like a torch or a lantern or anything like that.
Roxy, Delgrim, do either of you have alcohol on you?
Always.
Cool.
If she
Only.
like pulls out a flask.
Good work.
Okay, hear me out though, because I don't want to poison teenagers. Do you have another flask you can pour this into? And we'll pour water into this one while it still smells like alcohol.
No.
Okay, never
They're
mind.
probably already drinking. Like, if anything, this is
Yeah, but
a
I don't
nice
wanna-
treat for them.
I don't want to contribute to their drinking problem.
We're just contributing to them having better taste.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was
get to afford
drinking
this one.
fermented spider milk by the time I was 9. It's
What
fine.
the fuck is spider milk?
Oh, B, I have such things to show you.
Good. Okay, sure. Okay, who of us is the coolest right now?
I have surefire way for young adult people to think I am very, very cool.
I've been told not to let you speak.
I think that's for the best.
I'll keep my secret weapon handy just in case you fumble.
Do you want
this
to tell
thing.
us what it is first?
No, it's a surprise. It's gonna be very cool though.
Okay, Roxy, I feel like you should maybe go first.
I agree.
Well,
We'll go together though. Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
yeah.
Okay, so just so everything is clear, we're looking for information of insert name of place we're looking for here that I cannot remember. That may be cursed. We want to know if these people have ever gone there and tried to see something, and if they have seen anything, just to see what.
The curse and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just play it cool, guys.
You're our leader.
Yes, and you don't talk much.
Okay,
All right.
whatever.
I believe it's Ham is having instant regret at this point.
Very good. Delgrim will go, I guess, into like essentially bodyguard mode then. And we'll just kind of like linger behind these two in general, just looking
Yeah.
menacing.
I
but
imagine
cool.
like with the 16, I look cool, but I still very clearly look like an adult in a way that it's like, why are you hanging out with teens?
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, if we can, B looks young because she's not super old. Like she's in her early 20s. So she'll take the hat off and give it to Roxy.
Nice.
You think that I look old?
You just said
She'd
that.
She'd also be early 20s.
Well, if you think you look older,
I
B
look
is a
older than a
fountain of youth.
teenager.
B's also a drow, so like she can get away with it. So I'm committing to this. Have the hat. Yeah. So hands the hat off. And then we'll still take her glasses off, take her like coat off so she looks more relaxed and cool.
Yeah, like throws it over the shoulder with like one hand kind of thing.
What? Sorry?
Like when you take a coat and you kind of throw it over your shoulder.
I will stuff it into my bag if I can.
That's really cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll just walk in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You and I'm assuming that you guys will you're going to be very obvious about your approaching.
Yes.
Yep, cool. Okay. So you guys roll on up to this barn. And as you get closer, you hear the sound of the voices stop. And you see one head kind of peer around the corner, and you can see, because all of you have got dark vision, you can see that they're an elf probably sort of the equivalent of sort of 18, 19 years old. So they're still, young adult kind of age. Some would deem them, mature and adult in some capacity. Others would say they're still absolute numpties. Looks at you guys and kind of goes, "What are you? Who are you? What do you want?"
Oh, well, we just heard that this is the place to be tonight. If you want to hang out in a crowd.
Yeah. Okay, Roxy, we're gonna let's throw in like a deception check or something there.
Yeah. It's not the best. Rolled a 13. Deception is +9. 22.
Wow. Oh man. Kind of gives you a look and goes, "Okay, who told you that?"
Bill.
Bill. Oh, fucking Bill doesn't know anything.
He seemed to know a lot about you guys. Heard you sneak off to Forjat-Um.
You hear like there's sort of like an intake of breath, and I want all of you to make a perception check for me, please.
Nat 1.
What was that? 21?
Nat 1.
Oh, nat 1. Okay, cool.
17.
Yeah. Roxy?
19. I'm having a good night.
B, what causes B to be absolutely oblivious to anything she may or may not hear?
She realizes that it's nighttime and it's the dark, and she gets scared momentarily.
Okay. The other two, you hear one of them go, a female voice go, how do they know about that? And then another voice goes, "Shut up!" And the head that's sort of poking around the corner goes, "No, we don't know anything about that. No one goes out there. You'd have to be an idiot to go head that way. No, we don't. Nah, no one does that."
Well, let's say that we were three idiots. What might we see? What's the game, fellas?
Oh, there's no game. You don't like anyone who goes to Forjat-Um, like that place is cursed. Like it got messed up like a long time ago by like the Matriarch, and it's cursed and terrible, and no one goes there. It's you're an absolute idiot.
What I'm hearing is you're all cowards.
You hear this time in one of them whose voice is not doing a very good job of being quiet. A female voice goes, "I'm no fucking coward." Another one goes, "Shut up." And the dudes whose head's poking in the corner goes, "No, it's not. It's not about being coward. It's just like people have like gone and tried to have a look, and like there's stories that some people haven't come back, and yeah, so no one would do anything like go up close to like the ruins on the old hill and try and see what's going on or anything like that. That'd be stupid."
Inside check on that kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, make your roll.
Yeah, can I do that
I
as
rolled
well?
a 4. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Roxy, roll away.
I'm gonna use my feat that gives me advantage on insight checks.
Ooh.
What is it called? Let's see. Subtle interrogation.
Ooh.
An 18 plus a 5. So 23.
Okay. Yeah, no, look, the kid's being one. It is that situation where someone is trying to, like, this is totally not what anyone would do, but it's also totally what people have done. And I probably shouldn't have said that. Like you can pick out that moment of, oh, whoops, sort of part way through.
Well, I mean, it sounds like maybe one of you was courageous enough to go there at least, right?
This time, a girl's head pops out from around the corner. Obviously, similar age. She's got sort of very sort of sharply chopped blonde hair, also elven. And she looks around and she goes, maybe I have. What's it to you?
Oh, well, I mean, I just wanted to hear the story from the horse's mouth, and in a way, if you were brave enough to see it, I'm curious what you saw.
God damn! And and now there is an internal argument with these 4 people within this thing that are just squabbling about what should and shouldn't be said at this point in time.
I would very much like to know if you saw the witch.
Goes quiet. And the girl goes, witch? What? I don't think about witch.
I heard a story one time of a witch, Raluca Valasu. It sounded very interesting to me. I like to look into these things.
And you see like almost like sort of a dawning of an expression on the face of this girl. And she's like, oh. Hey, look, don't tell like Ostov or anyone like that what we've done, but like if you go up to the old ruins every now and then, sometimes you can see the lights in Forjat-Um, but the problem is like people have vanished before. Like there was this kid like Tulsa who went up there and had a look, and apparently he tried to go closer and see stuff, and he was never seen again. That was like years ago.
How close
Like,
did
that was
you
like
get?
my dad's dad like told stories about that sort of stuff. And so we sort of like every now and then we kind of like people will like bet on, if you're brave enough to go up there and have a look. I've gone up there. I didn't see anything. There wasn't any lights. But a witch, it's just everyone's just said the place is cursed just because of the mage rot.
How close do you get?
So, sorry, what was that?
Said how close do you get?
Oh, I mean, the old ruins on the hill are probably, I don't know, maybe half a mile. It's like it's high enough you can kind of see down into the end of the village.
And how close did the fella who disappeared get?
I don't know. This was a long time ago. I don't know. This is just the stories that, your parents would tell you to kind of keep you, scare you off from going and having a look. But also, it's just fucking weird. It's a creepy place. Just even getting close to it is just ick.
You never felt the urge to get a little closer?
No,
Right?
there's enough stories and stuff that it's just no, not interested. And then you hear a voice go, "Coward." Just shut up. Also, you'd get in so much trouble if you went down there. There's
Trouble
even
from who?
stories. Well, there's even stories that like if you go down there, because it was like a town that was like, like the whole mage rot thing went down there. Like the Vanator will find you if you go in there, and they'll get you and they'll take you away. So on top of the curse, it's just the whole thing's just a mess. It's just no, yeah.
You're obsessed with mess. Sometimes things are messy in life. You'll learn this as you grow into your full adulthood. In the meanwhile, perhaps if none of you have ever seen anything of actual use to us, we'll leave.
Okay, cool. Bye.
Delgrim will start to walk out unless there's
Yeah,
anything
cool
else
people
you
don't
two
say
wanna
goodbye. Yeah.
do.
They just turn around.
Okay. So you guys just make your way back to the village.
Yeah. To hopefully our new abode for the evening.
So you guys head back down. Probably it's been like maybe all of an hour that you guys were sort of away for. It wasn't super long. You find the rest of your group have sorted out rooms. There's some food waiting for you, and as you sit down, share information as you see fit, and ponder on the next steps. We're going to draw it close there for the night.
Wait, draw clothes. Wait, what kind
You're
of clothes?
right there. You're right there. You're right on the edge. You're right on the cusp.
Like my book.
Good.
Well played. Well played. You fit in perfectly, Ellie. All
Thanks.
right. As always, let's do a very quick whip around of favorite parts. Who would like to bravely go where no one has gone before? And by that, I mean starting.
Whoa. Good job, John.
I'll go first.
Oh.
Yeah, go Cass.
Don't all talk over once.
I enjoyed the musings of Grumpfel and the replacement of shoes for new shoes, and not really sure if you like the shoes, but
Yeah.
they're new nonetheless, and I enjoyed that.
He was trying to find advice through metaphors without like just blabbing all the details to someone he just met.
Yeah. Fair. No, a little bit of Grumpful wisdom is always fun. Cool. Who would like
Wisdom
to
in
go
old
next?
shoes is even better.
Yeah.
I'll go next, I guess. It's I don't know if this is a favorite moment, but the moment we got into the Mage Day, Tiernan was expecting this huge secret espionage sort of job to go into this place, and it just there's barely anyone around. It's like you just walk on in.
It's just a fucking library.
Deflates.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
suddenly discovering how attached a certain Durga is to his axe.
Look. You know,
But then seemingly not bothered about going back to collect it.
will we ever see the axe again? Who knows?
Fucking better.
Yeah. On the subject, I'm not even sure what that means. Bro, what was your favorite bit?
The moment that the inside of my brain popped when you gave me the choice of potentially having my axe stolen or improved in some way, because it's already pretty fucking cool. That was pretty exciting. I also very thoroughly enjoyed the phrase flex and follows.
Oh, you fuck! You stole mine.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
outstanding. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Would you
Yeah.
say Gallivahad's very flexible?
Fuck.
Oh my god.
All right, that's me. Good night.
Like a fucking disease.
I'm jumping in now, so no one
Yeah.
else steals my shit.
Go.
My favorite thing was when Ellie picked up exactly what I was putting down and said, my books have happy endings too.
Yeah. It was not bad.
I really appreciated how Billy really rolled with the punches with Tiernan and B just kind of throwing everything at this poor potions master.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. I appreciated Roxy dealing her whole knocking over the books, creating the whole distraction thing. It was well played. It was a nice little distraction, which could have otherwise been, yeah, who knows? Cool. Anyone else? Have we missed anyone? I think we've heard.
Heath, have you done one?
Heath?
Yeah, the distraction with the books was good. in-depth and broad conversation with Bill was just chef's kiss.
Good Bill. Cool. Awesome. Hey, do we have a raid target?
I believe they
We
do.
do. I have not. I've accidentally moved off Discord. Who are we looking at? What are we looking at?
Wayward Cinny.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much everyone who's hung out with us tonight. We do really appreciate the fact that you spend your time with us. It's super nice. We'll do this again in a fortnight. We'll see. Yeah, we're actually there. We're almost at the next actually critical place. Or is it critical? Who knows? We'll find out.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
So does that mean we level up next game?
Look,
probably
I'm
should.
not going to say yes or no, or maybe I'm not going to say anything.
I think we need to start attacking things more, like just attack random individuals.
Yeah,
maybe
look,
burn
this-
down
this-
the mage.
Teenagers.
This isn't. Oh my god, no. This
Leave
isn't.
the teenagers out of
This
it.
isn't
Young adults.
AD&D where you get experience for like the only way to get experience is by killing stuff and collecting gold.
We've
Like-
seen this evening how well peer pressure works on him. So if we all just peer pressure him,
Yeah.
we'll level up next episode.
Look,
Thaco is a wonderful thing.
Oh my god, let's go and raid. Hey, thank you so much, everyone. We will see you in a fortnight.
We've leveled.
That's it. That's it. And
Good
Come
night.
watch us level up.
the party's never getting past level 8. What a shame. Thanks, everyone.
Rude.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Lies.
Goodbye now.